3 seconds to spare. Nicely done.
I know.
Hot Fudge Scott taking his seat.
Yeah.
He's got his beanie, everything all straight,
Gloves.
ready to go. Gloves on. He's ready to take on the day. Nice to see you.
All right.
Hope I haven't put you out at all this morning, have I? Oh, nice.
I don't have a key card today.
You were locked out.
I was.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
Well, that's a reasonable excuse for being within seconds of being late.
It is, yes.
Yes. Well, where's your key card?
Normally, Dave's not late. I thought he was not really having a sense of urgency when we were coming up here, but... My key card is at home.
Shoot the breeze? Your key card is at home?
It's at home in a pair of pants, yes.
Oh, well, that's...
That's a great place for it.
Along with my driver's license and everything else.
Wow.
Well, do you know why I pulled you over?
I do now.
Okay. Chad, you watched a little American Idol last night. What'd you think? A lot more of the people that are going to be making it this year as opposed to the goofballs, I noticed. Did you notice that?
I did.
Was that just me, what I saw? I didn't watch the full 2 hours. I mean, can you sit and watch
Not
wall
the whole
to wall?
No. I did. We watched the last, I think, hour.
I watched a good hour, maybe 45 minutes.
But you
to
know
an
what
hour.
else it seems, though, with the goofballs, that it's more and more, set up.
Right. They just seem like they know how to get on TV now.
Yeah.
And they don't, this is not legitimate.
Right.
Like that girl who's like
with all the
cursing. And,
yeah, right.
Please. She didn't know exactly what she's doing every step of the way. She's a brilliant woman, as you could see.
And the Star Wars girl, and
Well, it's just nice to see that Simon's nipples are bigger than ever, Terry. And we're ready for season 7, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Of American Idol.
Wow.
Now, keep in mind, all through today's show, Terry, that I'm doing today's show with an injury. Yes, I was.
What happened?
I was hooping it up yesterday. It's only I can do. I was actually playing probably the best game of hoops of my life at the time. Doesn't
Really?
always seem to happen that way. But by the way, that's not saying much at all.
Oh,
Keep that in
okay.
mind. But I was playing as good as I've ever played. Making pull-up jumpers and actually thinking to myself, man, I could actually play this game now. And then all of a sudden, wouldn't you know, pull a groin muscle. I've never pulled a groin muscle in my life.
What?
So I wasn't even sure what it was at first. But then I'm like, yeah, this can't be right.
I guess.
And so I'm doing this show with a pulled groin, Terry.
Wow.
And I'm pulling it again. But, yeah.
How's that going to affect your mandatory sex night?
Well, that's not till Thursday. What's today, Wednesday?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Because, I know that when you pull a groin muscle, it takes a while.
Terry,
right?
I'll have to let you know, but it ain't going to be stopping me if that's what you're asking. If it brings on any added pain.
It'll be good added pain.
I say added pain because it's already a foundation of pain with every session that we throw down.
Right.
Terry, it's too early to be discussing this. I just wanted to merely tell you, if you see me limping through the show,
Okay.
you'll know. Plus, the pain is so excruciating, not really, that I was up pretty much half the night.
Oh, all right.
I don't know why. I had a weird dream and then just couldn't fall back to sleep.
That's why.
And I was like pressing on my groin.
Going,
I'm like, oh, does it hurt there? Yeah. But it hurts worse here. And that's what I was doing. Well, that's what, when you think about looking back to what might have gone on in the world at 3 a.m, think of me doing that.
I will.
Pressing on my groin.
Going, here, no, here, yeah.
In a different way than usual.
Ah, right.
Because I will typically middle of the night press on my groin, but yeah, this was the first time I ever did it in this fashion. Trying to feel where the real true bullseye of the injury was.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Like there are the surrounding areas,
Sure.
and then there's that little key spot.
Right. The bullseye spot.
Yeah, I spent about an hour in bed just trying to figure out where the key spot was. And that took all of 3 minutes, and then spent the next 57 minutes of that time touching on that key spot. Oh, yeah, that is the key. I'm right about that. Mm-hmm. So this is my life.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Don't you wish you could trade places? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Very nice. You ever pulled a groin in your life, Terry?
No, I have not.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't be envious then.
Yeah. Well, I just know that it's, you hear about athletes doing
Do women
that all
have
the time.
groin muscles?
They do, yes.
Women have muscles?
Sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Can I do it on the line who wants to come on and say he pulled his groin muscle yesterday?
Wow.
We're a match made in heaven.
Can bond with listeners early this morning.
That's a tough injury because it doesn't heal. It's hard to heal it.
Right. That's what I thought. That's why I was.
Well, you just got to wait it out, right? You can't put it in a sling or anything.
And you wait it out and it feels great and you go play again. Oh, I re-injured.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. You'll re-injure it the rest of your life.
Oh.
Enjoy it.
Well, I'll stretch a lot. No?
You can't really stretch it.
You can stretch your groin.
Sorta. Not really.
You make that big,
Yeah, that doesn't do it. I know what you're talking about. That doesn't do it.
What am I talking about?
The one where you kind of lean to the side,
No,
or
no.
you do the butterfly, or
the butterfly.
beauty queens.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Hey, yoga.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Come on, that
It's not
works.
gonna work.
Stretches it.
It doesn't really stretch where you pull it normally.
All right. Well,
It stretches the insides of your thighs, but not really your
how
groin
you so
muscle.
familiar on where I pull it? But
That's a bad injury.
yeah, I don't.
It's not going to go away.
I don't think it's gonna be. But thanks a lot for the optimism.
I know.
I think I'll be just fine.
Morning, he's just
You're going to feel fine. You're going to go back out there and
wow.
You know what?
He's really
You worry about your own injuries. I'll worry about mine. Guy can't get his key card here. He's an expert on injuries.
I know.
Tough it.
The T-Man Show.
Was Gwyneth Paltrow hospitalized in New York? Yes. The Oscar winner reportedly spent last night at Mount Sinai Hospital.
We do not know why she was admitted, but a source tells us that she was being pushed, slumped over in a wheelchair by her husband, Chris Martin.
Good news today from Gwyneth's rep. She's home now and doing fine.
Oh, goody. That's the Coldplay dude, or what? That's her husband, the Coldplay singer, or whatever he is. And they have a daughter together named Apple. Is that the whole story there?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow.
Why should she be admitted to the hospital in the fashion that she was, all slumped over, and she's what, maybe pushing 30, if that, 29, somewhere in that area?
Probably
Why
right
should
about
she
that.
be, what could she have had?
I don't know.
She's not the big druggy type, it doesn't seem. She's not probably some woman situation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, maybe.
Yeah.
you always have lots of problems.
Bruised over or something like that, right?
Oh, sprained bunt.
Wow.
That'll keep you out for a while.
Yeah,
Vagina pull.
maybe so. I don't know. That is kind of bizarre.
I'm out in the hallway during the break with Pasty, and he goes, wow, I can't believe you're actually even walking the way you are. Isn't that the most painful injury that a person could get? I'm like, what, a groin pull? And he's like, yeah, that's like the most painful that it can possibly get. And I said, I think you're thinking of a hernia, dude. I didn't get a hernia. I just got a pulled groin. He's like, oh, yeah, it's hernia. I'm thinking of hernia.
Over a broken leg? More painful?
I know,
Okay.
exactly. I'm like, why do you think a groin pull is the most painful injury you can get?
If you get hit in the face with a hockey puck, that doesn't hurt as bad.
See, if it wasn't for me, who just picks up on everything, Terry, he could have had this conversation with anyone else, and they would have been like, man, he's weird. Thinking a groin pull is the most painful injury you can get. And they wouldn't have figured out that he was thinking of hernia.
Right.
I figured it out, Terry.
Wow, connected. You're
So
in.
damn connected.
Yes.
And that's why people assume he's the weirdest guy in the world. No, I agree with them, Terry. But I know a little better. I at least know where he's coming from at most times.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
He was thinking hernia. Mm-hmm. And leave it to a non-athletic male to not know the difference between a groin pull and a hernia.
Yeah, that's true.
No clue.
No what?
No clue.
No clue.
I think he just says things sometimes to try to make conversation with people, but doesn't really care. You know, he just kind of throws things out there.
Now, he was actually sounding like he genuinely cared.
Oh, really?
And was really worried about me and was wondering why I wasn't looking like I was more in pain than I was. He really didn't know the difference.
Okay.
And he was actually thinking about it, and this time he was actually tuned into a conversation, because I agree with you, most times he just goes through the motions of trying to make it seem like he's interested in people.
Right. He's really good at that.
Yes.
Oh, no way, dude. That's pretty cool.
Well, I think he learned a lot of that from me, to be honest.
He really doesn't care about anything but his apartment.
Right.
That's about it.
Pretty much.
But he's never shown anyone his apartment to our knowledge. I mean, you've been there
out
once.
there.
I've been privy to it.
A few times or
yes,
once?
a couple times. Yeah.
Well, that's because
geez,
you and
they
him have some common daily interests.
Yes, that is true.
Yes.
He loves his apartment. He loves being home alone.
That's why Angel fills in for you when he's out of town.
Right.
And now Angel of the Morning is moving on. So Pasty needs his Bay Area connection for his daily daytime activity company.
Oh, man, what's going to happen?
Basically what I'm asking is, who wants to do Bong Hits with Pasty?
Yeah, down in the Bay.
All right. I don't know if that's what you do. I'm not going to speculate.
You don't need to.
Do you have any comment?
California's a wonderful place.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know how to throw irrelevant.
He's just trying to stay away from that right now.
What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
Big congrats going out to Matthew McConaughey this morning because...
McConaughey.
Yeah. Apparently, McConaughey, I don't know.
You like saying McConaughey?
Well, yeah.
Oh, hey. Yes.
Right. He and his girlfriend, who is a...
Hey, ho.
Who is...
Yeah.
A 24-year-old Brazilian model.
Aren't they all these days?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't all these superstar actors and athletes have Brazilian models as their girlfriends today, or what?
Yeah.
This is the era of Brazilian model time, man.
It is. She's pregnant.
Here's mine. He got his Brazilian model pregnant?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's 24. He's 38. Yes.
She's too old.
And so he updated everybody, made the big announcement on his website yesterday.
This is his first baby?
First child.
Hey! His first child,
Yes.
Matthew McConaughey, at age 38, never been married,
No.
is going to have his first hippie baby.
Right. Doing, playing bongos naked.
Yeah, speaking of loving, what?
Yeah.
California laws have been passed and what is out there for the offering? Yes, Matthew McConaughey is... Now you got me saying McConaughey.
Okay.
Is expecting his first child.
Yes.
Come out naked playing the bongos?
Maybe so.
Well, we'll at least be half right. That I can pretty much guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're pretty excited.
What did it say on his website, his MySpace, his blog, whatever?
His website, quote, my girlfriend Camilla and I made a baby together. It's 3 months growing in her womb and all looks healthy and lively so far. We are stoked and wowed by this miracle of creation and this gift from God. And so excited for the adventure that will come in raising this child.
Translation, the condom broke.
Being
Translation,
mother
I
and
didn't pull out on
father.
time.
Shepherding him or her through his life.
Here's Pasty already has printed me out and handed me. This is how on top of his game he is today. He has printed me out a picture of Matthew McConaughey's Brazilian model, and let me tell you,
I have some too for you.
I need one of these, Terry.
Yeah, very pretty. Very, very pretty.
You've seen it?
Yeah,
You've seen her?
Well, no, I'm looking at her actual little photo gallery right now.
You got a gallery?
I do.
Man, is she hot.
She is pretty darn hot.
Freaking naughty. Love naughty-looking women. Looks a little flat-chested, though. I'm a little worried about that. Is that bad? She's not?
No. She's not huge, but she's not flat-chested.
My
I'm
gosh.
sure Pacey could do better than that
See,
if he really
well, I
applies
don't know if you
himself.
can see this, but
Look how hot her legs are. I'm not even a leg man. Look how hot her legs are.
Color
this
of
is
her
kind of
skin.
small, but that's color.
That's the same girl?
Yes.
Oh, here she has sunglasses on. I like it better with the sunglasses.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Look at her here. Just looking all freaking Brazilian naughty, huh?
Yeah, looking all Brazilian naughty there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give her a Brazilian wax.
So there you go.
Throw an adhesive strip on her ass.
Yeah.
Oh, man, she looked nice.
The brown, shiny legs.
Mind if I stare at her for a good half hour here?
No,
right now,
not
Terry?
at all.
Yeah, she's got brown legs, brown body.
It just works.
Yeah, well,
She's got big full lips.
yeah.
Perfect to wrap around my... Okay, let's move on.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, she... Look at this picture.
He better get it done, though. I mean, girls love that guy.
Yeah. He's got his options that
Definitely.
are clearly available to him. Bastard. Mm-hmm. No one should have more options than me. I'm not saying I have many options, but I'm just saying no one should have more options than me, Terry.
All right.
All right?
Okay. Nobody should.
Definitely don't have the least amount of options in the world, that's for sure. That used to be the case.
It's cool to see him.
Didn't have that was many jobs ago, Terry.
Right. I understand that now.
But I'm not saying I have Matthew McConaughey options by any stretch of the imagination. And what I am saying, in
Yes.
case you're unclear about this, and I will say it for the third time now, I don't like living in a world where there's a guy out there that has more options than me. It makes me angry.
Okay.
It makes me angry that some guys can get girls that I can't get.
So what would you like to do?
Now, I'm a
to
married
remedy-
man now, so I shouldn't even be thinking this
yes,
way. And
right.
yet, here I am, done.
I was going to say, how would you like to remedy it?
Oh, she does have nice big boobs.
Not bad.
Well, it's certainly not small, yeah.
Yeah. So she's hiding him in that one picture.
Yeah.
Well, now they'll
I-
just get bigger.
I like her actually better in this picture, but I like the confirmation
Right.
that she has boobs in
Knowing-
this picture.
knowing they're there really
yes,
helps.
The boob confirmation is definitely
You guys
needed.
No,
Really?
definitely. But if you're Matthew McConaughey, you better get it. She better not be flat-chested.
Look how freaking nicely brown she is, and
Nice work.
let's love nicely brown.
24.
Nicely brown.
14
Yeah.
years older than her.
He's 14 years older. I'm saying she's a little too old for.
Man. It's good to be him.
Yeah.
If only she was like 20.
It's weird. Jeez. It's weird that he has his shirt off in that picture. I'm not used to seeing him like that.
Yeah,
What a nice life that guy has.
Gosh.
All he does is go to the beach and
Really?
be shirtless.
Make a movie once every 3 years. Take your 12 mil and just hang out for the next 3 years.
No wife, no kids.
You work for 4 to 6 months every 3 years. Learn a few lines. Play in a romantic light comedy with what's her face?
Jennifer Aniston or something.
Yeah.
Not Jennifer Aniston.
the blonde.
The one who left dude wanting to kill himself, or actually trying to kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
Owen
Hudson.
Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Kate Hudson.
Ethan Wilson. What's Owen's? What's Owen's brother's name? Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Owen. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Luke
it
was
was
his brother.
Luke
Luke's
Wilson.
his brother. He didn't try to kill himself.
No.
Owen tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Luke was in that movie I saw with Kate Beckinsale recently, right? Where they have that situation in the motel, right? Come on.
Oh, yeah, the scary movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
I saw
it
it.
looks
I didn't
good.
see
Is it
that.
good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I can't think of the name of it.
It looks tense.
Saved my life right now, but
Yeah, I read about it.
They watch some VHS tape that was left in the room from the people before them. They stick it in. They see the people that were in the room before them getting killed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And before you know it, they're locked in, and I pretty much just ruined the movie for you. But,
Okay.
no, that's what they show in the coming attractions anyway.
All right.
Yeah, back to her.
Yes.
What's her name? Camilla what?
Camilla Alves.
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 But he may have the best life ever.
Yeah, he is pretty like low key and
You love his life because you love the fact that he's smoking weed every day.
He has an 8-pack.
yeah, he's got
Also good.
hanging out with a
8-pack.
24-year-old
He's pretty
Brazilian
ripped.
model.
Yeah, I'll
Now
take
look
that.
what she's wearing on the beach there, Terry.
Yes.
This is not a situation where I look at a girl and what she chose to wear on the sandy beaches of Brazil or wherever they're at, and I'm thinking to myself, put on a one piece. No need.
Got it.
By any stretch of the imagination
Sure.
for her to need to put on a one piece.
Right.
Not when you have a hairless, stretch mark-free, cellulite-free body.
My gosh, that's exactly what she's got.
Golden brown.
Instead of thinking put on a one piece, Terry, what
Yes.
I am actually thinking is take off your tube pins.
Right.
Her boobs actually look natural.
I would, yeah.
Okay. So he's not marrying her,
No.
but he is the father to her child. Perfect.
And he's very excited.
Well, that's the way he's writing it, yes. Was this a planned pregnancy? Were they trying to have a child? Highly doubtful, Terry. Although, maybe at 38, he was starting to think, he maybe wasn't necessarily trying, but you start thinking around maybe that age, if you don't have any children, you start thinking, well, I don't have to be as careful because if I have one, maybe it's just time and
You can afford it.
Yeah,
I can afford it.
Right.
And she doesn't look like she's got any diseases, so off comes the rubber. Wow. Let me feel what this girl's really working with here.
Throw it off to the side. No need for this anymore.
If it sticks to the wall, she's pregnant.
Oh, wow.
That's the new test. I don't know.
Well, congratulations to Matthew McConaughey and his Brazilian model here that I keep staring at and can't stop
Yeah.
for expecting a child 6 months from now.
Yes.
There's a good chance this child will be a decent-looking baby, Terry.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, that kid comes out ugly. That's a tough break.
What if the kid comes out looking like this guy?
Hey, Tina, we're down your one piece soup. Lay it on the table for Terry free, baby. Yeah. Good morning, T-Man.
Good morning, John.
Good morning, T-Man.
I already said good morning to you, John.
Don't you want to see that weapon of mass destruction? You have to look at it every day and wonder what you're going to do with that one-piece tube.
He's finally learned a term that was popular about 4 or 5 years ago, Terry. Yes, and he's using it
But
now.
Terry Free wants to smoke it
Conversation.
outside of it.
He wants you to comment on his weapon of mass destruction, Terry. Are you going to
No.
amuse
I think Terry Free wants to smoke you out, T-Man.
What's that now?
I think Terry Free wants to smoke out your weapon of mass destruction and see what's inside your weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, just what do you got going on today, John? Any plans? Any contributions to society? You're going to be
a little bit of a wonderful, unfortunately, a weekend with gay phone operator to all his text messages and everything else.
So you got
Other than that, I'm doing good today.
You got some audio that you'd like to relay to Pasty Dave that we can play?
I got mad audio.
In this
mad audio.
In this feud.
It's mad audio, T-Man.
In this ongoing feud you have between yourself and fellow listener gay phone operator. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, in 2008, I didn't think I'd welcome this wonderful year with his ass, but unfortunately, it had to be done.
Right. So you and your audio, John, you realize that your 1991 tape recorder isn't really good quality, that every time we take in your audio, it's barely able to be heard.
Get it right. I roll it right. When I roll it down correctly.
Huh?
I didn't get
Terry Free, weren't you listening? I said, when I roll it down correctly.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, maybe we'll take it as more pictures.
You just keep getting pictures.
Dave
is not done.
Wow.
She's pretty hot, huh?
Wow. Pasty can't say that.
40-year-old person ain't going to take it well, really.
I actually like her better with sunglasses on. There's something about her eyes that I'm not feeling.
Yeah, her face isn't great in those pictures.
Yeah,
but her body's insane.
There's something about her eyes that's bothering me. But when she has sunglasses on, it's like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So keep the glasses on, baby. Would a woman be bothered if a guy said that to her, Terry, and like you're hanging out as a couple, and he keeps saying, "Oh no, keep your glasses on." I know it's the middle of the night, but keep your sunglasses on.
Yeah, I think there'd be issues there.
Yeah, something about her eyes ruins her face.
I think she's squinting or something. Something's not right there.
Well, when you're on the beach all day long, and
you think
she looks like Pamela Anderson gone freaky.
No, not even close. But anyway. John, yes, we will take in your audio, see if there's anything worth playing.
And take it in, because you'll love it, baby.
Oh,
okay.
Geez,
and
really?
Take it up your ass, T-Man.
All right, that's nice. That's what we're looking for on the family show that is the T-Man in the Morning Show.
It's a family in the morning show. It's the T-Man's Radio Network.
John, take it.
Hey, T-Man.
Yes,
I'm looking at the T-Man in the Morning Show clock. Don't you have to take a break now? You're a little late.
Okay, why don't we go to this break in official fashion with our resident voiceover guy, John, leading us into this break as only he can do in the most professional of fashions. Go ahead, John.
It's the T-Man in the Morning Show Radio Network. If you got anything on your mind, it's at 1-866-663.
He loves doing this.
T-Man, it's time to pick up your phones and call T-Man now. We'll be back when we... get ready to take your calls. So 1-866-663. T-Man will be back right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Are this year's Grammy Awards in danger of shutting down? So true. Variety reports the Writers Guild has said it won't grant a waiver to the CBS telecast, and the writers will picket the show.
Right. So
performers and presenters would have to cross a picket line.
Yeah, nobody does that.
That's the same scenario that did in the Golden Globes.
You like a nice scenario, Terry?
I do.
That's the same one that did in the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
That may do in the Grammys because no one wants to look like a bad seed and cross the line of starving picketers that haven't received a paycheck and are just like rabid with anger. So unless they settle this writer's strike, there ain't going to be no Grammys. And there ain't going to be no Academy Awards because that's their best card to play right now. This pitch of picketing these big shows where big advertising dollars have been sold for the networks is really going to sting. So they'll picket everything now. They may picket American Idol tryouts if they would have came up with the right game plan. There's really no reason. There's no justification for it, but picket everything.
I know.
But I think the people that are trying to be discovered are willing to cross the picket line.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Screw you. I'm starving too. Get out of my freaking way.
Right.
I'm about to sing my ass off. If only I could do that, actually. Anyway, So that'll be interesting, I guess, if you're into the Grammys. Is it a big deal to you, Terry? Would you miss it if it wasn't there? Do you care? Do you even know it's on when it's on? Or what?
I do. I like to catch it every now and then.
There's so many music award shows that who knows what's what anymore.
The award shows are kind of watered down right about now, but...
Now, back to Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Before we move on, Terry,
Sure.
and his Brazilian model.
Okay.
In a matter of seconds, if it's not up already, there will be pictures up. And I think this is a very important study. On the front page of the TManShow.com, remember I was looking at all those pictures of Matthew McConaughey's now impregnated girlfriend.
Right.
I decided to put those pictures up on the front page of the TManShow.com for a few minutes because I want to show you the difference of how this Brazilian model looks with her sunglasses on as opposed to her sunglasses off. Now, granted, as you would say, Terry, she looks incredible either way.
Right.
But you'll see the major difference in how much... She looks like the hottest woman on the planet with her sunglasses on.
Okay.
And then you'll see how her eyes kind of work against her. Not that she still isn't hot or anything, Terry. She still is pretty freaking hot.
Right.
But it's amazing how one flaw can take a woman down so mightily. And women are so aware of their flaws. This model knows it, obviously, and doesn't take off her sunglasses unless she's actually swimming in the water. That's the only time I see a picture of her without her glasses on. So she must be aware of what I quickly became aware of in looking at her pictures.
All right.
That with her sunglasses on, my gosh, find me a hotter woman right now on the planet and I will be impressed. And you'll see pictures of Matthew McConaughey's girlfriend on the left-hand side of your TManShow.com screen.
All right.
And then on the right, you'll see her sans glasses. Mm-hmm. That's without glasses, do you and me, too?
Yeah.
And you'll see then the significant downgrade that transpires when she takes off her sunglasses.
So without the sunglasses, you're not doing her.
Oh, are you kidding? I'm doing her in a freaking heartbeat.
Okay, but it's even more. I mean, it's even better when she has them on.
Oh, yeah, it's even better. She's the hottest woman on the planet with them on. And she's somewhere in the top 5%, but a significant downgrade with them off, which is only a lesson. The only lesson to be learned here is, women, make sure you know what accessories are needed for your life. Because these accessories apparently are essential to maintaining the right image and the right look that you're giving off.
All right.
Because not only should you be aware, but because if you're not, everyone else is aware of what significant downgrades can happen to you if you don't have the right accessories, Terry. And that's a damn shame that accessories have to be that prominent in this world, and they were so damn superficial. But hey, I'm guilty as charged. And the pictures are now up. And I was mistaken as I look, as Pasty Dave turns the screen. I guess they couldn't put it left to right. But at the top of your T-Man show screen, you'll see Matthew McConaughey's Brazilian model with her sunglasses on. And then the second picture will be a solo shot of her with the sunglasses on. First one is him and her. Then the second one, which is my all-time favorite now, Terry. That'll be your middle one. Are you looking right now? I see you going to the side.
I
Yes.
am.
That'll be her with the sunglasses on again. But the third one...
Oh, that third one.
She decided for some unknown reason. I don't care if she was going scuba diving. You leave those sunglasses on, honey.
Her eyes are fine.
They're all right. But they're not working in her favor, Terry. It's a significant downgrade. There's something wrong with her eyes that aren't working in relation with the rest of her being, with the rest of her face and body. It's a demerit.
It's a demerit. That's terrible.
Well, I'm sorry to say it, Terry. Which is why I say, get permaglasses or something. And never take them off again.
Yeah, he's a pretty hot dude, by the way.
Oh, jeez. That's not what we're focusing on right now.
I'm sorry.
We're focusing on the little
I see the
things
young
that
lady.
the superficial man will pick up on, Terry.
I see
Yes.
his lovely.
And you don't think that her eyes are kind of working against her there? There's something about her eyes that just are not working
think
with her,
maybe it's
with her face there.
She looks like she is squinting a little bit, and maybe that's the
So you
problem.
think if she's more relaxed in the face, if she's in a darker room, that
it's inside the house,
her eyes will relax and it won't look as bad. So this is a bad picture of her.
Yeah, I just think that.
If she's a model, there's got to be pictures of her with no glasses on.
Right, I think.
Well, we saw other pictures of her without her glasses on, but it was also on the beach and also in the water, and she looked the same. So this wasn't just one bad shot of her eyes, Terry.
Okay, well,
go to the TManShow.com and see for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies especially, you should understand.
Don't look at how hot Matthew McConaughey is.
You should understand how important accessories are.
Yeah.
And make it a way of life. Some of you should just be nonstop wallpaper, just a wallpapered image of accessories, Terry.
All right.
Because you don't want even a little damn crack of your true self to come through. Now, this girl's a different story, Terry. I mean, are we talking about like the hottest body on the planet or what?
Yeah, she looks pretty good, I would say. Yeah, I think most women would love to have her body.
Shouldn't we all be able to have Brazilian models, Terry?
Sure.
You
would,
me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like a nice Brazilian model to take down or what? Nice female Brazilian model to dabble in or what?
Not really the female type. I might take a gander at a male one, but probably not.
And you find Matthew McConaughey very... did you say a gander?
Yeah.
Vinnie the Pooh's laughing at your word gander, Terry.
I know.
A little old school, that's it.
Yeah. He's pretty hot.
All right. Seeing that you haven't dated a white man in the past,
I'll take him in a minute.
Really?
I would. Wow. Definitely.
So is he in like your top 10 of all-time hottest men?
Yeah.
Is he in your top 5? Oh,
he could be.
Wow.
He definitely
top
could
5.
be.
A black man has just been bumped. We don't know who he is. But he got bumped.
The more I look at this, he is. Woo.
And he's getting better with age. He's 38 now.
Yeah, he's definitely looking good.
It's another benefit of being a man, Terry. Every age that passes by, every year that transpires, you get a little better looking.
Yeah, okay. The drumming naked with the bongo thing, I think that's working for him. I think that's keeping him young.
Everyone, you want to teach a class?
I think that he even came out on his website one time saying that he thinks everybody should bongo naked.
You got the Thursday night kickboxing aerobic class, Terry. You can do the Friday night naked bongo aerobic class.
Right, I could.
I mean, maybe it'll start a whole trend across the country of people getting together in their local gym, having the bongos in front of them. Travel, boom, 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 boom. Oh, what a sweat I'm working up. You never know. It's about time there's a new phase of like aerobic exercise introduced. There's been really a lull in anything new.
Yeah.
Naked bongo aerobic hour.
There you go.
At a gym near you.
All right.
And then I can stop doing jazzercise finally.
Well, there you have it.
There you go. Yeah, they're a very attractive couple.
Very attractive couple with her glasses on. 1-866-663-T-Man. I know there are going to be some people out there that have their feelings on these pictures. Feel free to call in and give us your thoughts. The pictures that are now on the front page of the TManShow.com, they won't be there all day. By the way, what happened to my New York video that was up there yesterday? I got emails. I got emails. I don't want to know yet. I want to tell you what I know. I got emails all through yesterday afternoon of listeners saying, hey, T-Man, I'm going to your site, trying to find the New York video, the sex tape video that you had up yesterday morning, and it's gone now. So are they messing with my website, the corporate suits or whoever may have touched my website or what? What are you going to tell me, Terry?
Actually, no. It's all because of New York. First of all, she's claiming that it's not her.
Good thing. I was about to go to war.
So she hinted that there could be some legal action against MediaTakeout.com because they're the ones who originally brought the...
So you're telling me the reason that I was getting all these emails of people saying I can't find the clip, the sex tape clip of New York on your website, the reason for that is that MediaTakeout.com took down the clip, not Clear Channel or someone within the company or Eric Flowers or one of the overzealous program directors.
Right. It's a legal thing now.
Well, that's fine then. That's something we couldn't have helped. Well, then there's your answer to anyone who may have emailed yesterday wondering where that was.
Yeah.
MediaTakeout.com got scared of a potential lawsuit by New York.
By New York. Yeah, by New York. Mm-hmm.
And is she denying that it's her?
Yes, she is. Strongly denying
I also got a lot of emails saying that how could Terry Free go on the air saying she's definitely sure that that's New York? It doesn't look anything really like New York. And what does she think all black people look alike and all that?
Yeah, I do.
Is that what you think, Terry?
Jeez.
Are you standing by the fact that you think that was New York?
I do really think that is her.
You couldn't. I was at least saying that from the grainy video and the angles that were taken, you couldn't say for sure. I also said you couldn't say for sure that it wasn't her.
Right.
But you definitely couldn't say for sure that it was. But you were saying, oh, no, that's her.
That's just my opinion. I think that it's really her.
Mm-hmm.
However, She of course, yes, denies it and claims that, if it were me, that I would fess up to it. And she also claims that, quote, I am way more creative than that.
Oh, she needs to stop.
Way more. She thinks the person in the video was not giving a grade A sexual performance.
Apparently not. Not creative enough.
Kind of boring as far as her sexual moves and maneuvers. I was fine with it. Whoever that was. You can come into my camp any day, baby.
Yeah, well, like I said,
I was liking it.
Her quote is, I am way more creative than that.
Hey, I like creativity, don't get me wrong.
So.
But I had no problem with whoever this was if it wasn't New York, and I still want to believe it was.
Right.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Let me see if I can get a few calls in here. Justin, you're on the air. Justin, are you there?
Yeah.
What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about the girl with the glasses.
Are you looking at the pictures right now?
The girl with the glasses.
Huh?
Are you looking at
No.
You're not?
I'm on my way home from work.
All right. Well, if you're not looking at the pictures, then I don't know what you can offer us, but go ahead anyway.
Well, you know, everybody knows that McConaughey's a known pothead, and no wonder she's wearing glasses.
And the
hangs out with him, and maybe
smoking
she
a lot of weed.
eyes because of that.
Aha. She didn't want to show off the bloodshot eyes. Okay, it's a great line. Okay, thank you, sir.
There you go.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. For nothing! 1-866-663-T-Man, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Who's this?
This is the T-Man Show, you know, a little nickel and dime radio show that gets piped into your home every day, I imagine. What can I do for you?
I listen every morning.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.
I just love it. You crack me up.
Oh. Well, you're not exactly known for your taste, I'm sure, but thanks anyway.
You have a good one.
Oh, that's all she called for, I guess.
That's nice.
Oh. I guess no one has any comments on the Matthew McConaughey pictures, Terry, because I said enough for everybody. Maybe that's what I have to assume here. You're on the air. Hello.
I accept enough for your taste. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Turn your radio down. Who's this?
This is Anthony.
What can I do for you?
Hi, I'd like to comment about some of that New York thing.
All right. What about New York?
Huh?
What's your comment?
I think that she did do it. That it's just one of those things that she's just, you know, like was in the mood and actually came up with the video, but now regretting it.
He thinks that he has her mindset down pat, Terry. She was in the mood, and that's why she may have had sex. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your insight. I've come up with a theory, T-Man, on why this may be New York.
Right.
See, I've come to the conclusion that she may have been in the mood and had sex with a guy.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm thinking out of the box here. Or in the box, no matter how you, depending how you look at it.
I like to do it when I'm not in the mood.
Yes. Well, thank you again. A lot of calls. Is it too early this morning? Am I asking too much of people? I figure it's a nice little hump day action, Terry.
Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock already, 7:06 to be precise.
Yeah.
This is why Media Takeout, by the way, will never be like a TMZ or some of these other sites that don't back down at the first sniff of a lawsuit. You're telling me New York and her people threatened a lawsuit and they took down that video so quickly? Where's your fight? Where's your fighting spirit? I was wondering why I got all these emails saying, what happened here? I assumed it was our people. Because that's usually what the situation is.
Right.
Christina, you're on the air.
Hey, T-Man. I just wanted to comment on Whitney, on New York and how she says that it's not her because it wasn't creative enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Whitney Houston saying that crack is cheap or crack is whack.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she saying that if it's not creative enough that she's not going to do it?
Yeah, it must be too early, Terry.
For sure.
Danielle.
Hi.
What can I do for you, Danielle?
How you doing?
All right.
I just want to comment on the Matthew McConaughey and his beautiful...
Terry's got her in his top five. Terry's got him in her top 5.
She's actually pretty. I seen her in the OK magazine.
Who, Terry?
Last month.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey's Brazilian model?
Yes. And she didn't have any glasses on. It was really close up, and she has pretty brown eyes.
Well, all I know, I have not seen this woman before today's pictures, Terry.
All right.
And all I know is when I saw the pictures of her in sunglasses, I'm like, wow, I have just now found the new hottest woman on the freaking planet. And then when I saw her with her glasses off, I'm like, oh, wow, I just found the 9,767th hottest woman on the planet. So there was a serious downgrade that I'm picking up on. That's still pretty hot. Don't get me wrong.
I'll take that.
You're taking, if you're top 10,000 of all the females of the world,
that's not bad.
That's a pretty good place to be. But it's a serious downgrade when she takes off the glasses. Now,
I haven't seen her without the glasses.
Maybe I didn't see the picture you saw, but I saw multiple pictures of her with her glasses off, and there's something about her eyes that aren't working with her face. Now, I suggest you go to the TManShow.com and see what I'm talking about, because if you do, you'll say, oh, now I exactly know where T-Man's coming from, and he can't be denied based on the pictures that I'm looking at here. There's a serious downgrade that happens when she takes off her glasses from this picture to this picture.
But she said her eyes look great in OK Magazine, though. I'm kind of curious to see.
Yeah, it's really, her eyes are perfect. I mean, she has the pretty brown eyes. I mean,
her eyes are wrestling with the rest of her face and body, and her face and body are losing. But thank you for your comment. What are you looking at now,
I'm trying to find some pictures of her without, glasses on.
I don't want to see any other pictures.
Oh, all right.
I like going on this notion.
Okay.
I don't want to see that I may be wrong.
All right, then.
I don't want to see her drop off from number 1 to 9,677. Is that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Right. Because she took off her glasses. And her eyes are just weirding out the rest of her face.
I want to see Terry spread that lady talked about in OK Magazine.
Right.
John, you're on the air. Good morning to you, John.
Hey, T. I started sort of go off subject here. I just have a personal question.
John, on this program, there are no subjects. Any subject that a caller wants to talk about is the subject.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm glad you appreciate that, now.
What's your feeling on premarital counseling? I'm curious if you and your wife went through it.
We're not going on that.
The majority of people I talked to.
Yeah, we're not going on that subject, John.
It's
Thanks
a
for
good
the
thing. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Premarital counseling. If you have to start doing counseling before you get married, what is that? How does that bode well for the marriage to be, Terry? If you're already in counseling,
well, but really, what is? I mean, are you? I mean, because some churches or priests or whoever.
Fine. Yeah, it depends what counseling you're talking about.
Right.
If you're going to see a clergy person to just hash like a one-session little hash out where you stand religious-wise and how the
relationship
and how the pastor or whoever you're talking to, his interpretation on that or her interpretation on that, and what you may have to watch out for or look forward to. If that's the kind of meeting you're talking about, that's one thing. But if you're talking about counseling to kind of smooth out problems that are already entrenched in your relationship, that does not bode well for the marriage to be. If you're already needing counseling to keep the relationship together before you get married, then when you wind up splitting up in your marriage, you'll be like, well, why didn't I see this coming? We were already in counseling before we even got to the altar.
Right, no, I'm talking more about the type you're talking about as far as, the sort of team building, bringing up questions.
That should take place. Yeah. That is very much welcomed by most couples these days. That is very, that's happening all over. That no matter what religion you are, you meet with a person based on your faith, and you discuss your marriage and what you can expect, what you can look forward to, what you have to watch out for, perhaps based on your different upbringings. And if that's what you're talking about, that's by no means should you see that as any kind of red flag. John, it's a completely different story than calling it premarital counseling.
Yeah,
that's different than he leaves his socks on the floor. At least I'm not a whore.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of counseling is, if that's happening, you're in trouble.
If you're sitting in front of a psychiatrist saying, express your feelings, get your anger out, then that's
Well, every once in a while I just feel like slugging her. If that's what's being brought up in the counseling, that is a whole different scenario.
Yeah, that is.
So make sure you're clear when you label it counseling.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that counseling.
Right. That's just.
I guess it is a counseling session of some sort, but counseling to me, when you're talking about marriage counseling has a a definition these days that really is all wrapped up in the problem world. Mm-hmm. This is not counseling based on problems that you're having.
No.
So
a lot of times that premarital stuff, it's not really counseling. It's just kind of getting some, sort of dialogue going together.
Right.
More than someone telling you what to do. It's not
maybe
that big
John
a deal.
just looking for a way out.
Ooh, maybe so.
Any ripcord he can grab would be great right around now. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Is that what you're thinking, John? I think John did drop off. John's gone.
John's gone.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, they're not helping me.
Not what I want to hear.
Right.
He's telling me everything's fine. Great. Back to the drawing board. I guess I got to go through with this marriage after all. Thought I could count on you, T-Man, to get me out of this thing.
Oh, wow.
Well, John, thank you very much for the call. 1-866-663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Yeah. Is Jessica Simpson's dad a quarterback sneak?
Oh,
Sources tell Ben Whitcomb of the New York Daily News that Jessica's manager dad, Joe Simpson, tipped off shutterbugs and secretly profited from the infamous photos of Jessica huddling with Cowboys QB Tony Romo in Mexico. Simpson's reps insist Joe would never sell out his daughter to the media.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't doubt it with this guy. He's always orchestrating things. He made a huge mistake in this scenario, though. If he tipped off the paparazzo as to where his daughter and Tony Romo were going to be in Mexico, and that's how they got these pictures of Tony Romo vacationing when he should have been watching game film and mentally preparing for the game that he went on to lose against the Giants, Terry.
Right.
If he's the one who orchestrated all that, well, then he has no one to blame but himself for the fact that everyone in Dallas wants her dead now, Terry.
Nice.
Are you kidding me? They love their music, and they appreciate that she's like a southernish girl that is a cute little pop star and all that. But they love their Cowboys more than anything.
No, I understand that.
You saw your mom for a Cowboy win.
No, I know.
Big D.
I understand that. And even though he's denying it, I mean, reports are that, the fan, not
of course
just
he's going to deny it. He knows how bad it turned out in retrospect, for his daughter and Tony Romo. But he gets a percentage. He gets a big chunk of the fees for the photos.
That's what the rumor is, that he and the family get a cut from the sales.
And he was probably also thinking it keeps his daughter in the limelight, keeps her relevant when her music career is definitely in question right now.
Yeah.
But looking back, a move.
Right.
Don't go anywhere south of Mississippi, Jessica, for the next 6 months.
Right.
Because Cowboy fans are not happy right now.
No, not at all. Especially Mr. Owens.
Actually, she can't go anywhere in the country because I forgot, Terry.
Yes?
They're America's team.
Ah.
Yes.
They have you surrounded.
They have Jessica surrounded, no matter where she turns. The Dallas Cowboys have fans all over the country because they are, oh yes, don't forget, Terry, America's team. Yes. That's who the Cowpokes are.
Sure.
I bought into it. I'm such a huge fan. Right. It pained me to see them lose.
Sure did.
With Tony Romo throwing an interception with the game on the line, Terry.
Yeah. Tough.
It was very difficult to deal with.
Yep.
But I got over it. And you're telling me they wouldn't have even known, the media wouldn't have known, the public wouldn't have even known that Tony Romo was vacationing in Mexico if it wasn't for Jessica Simpson's stupid dad?
That's what they're saying. A so-called insider is claiming that.
Unbelievable.
I love the so-called insider.
Tony Romo's probably like, yeah, thank your stupid dad for me.
Right.
When he hears that report.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't have anyone to blame but his freaking self for blowing the game for America's team. That's right, you heard me.
Well, too bad for them.
Yeah, what a travesty.
Yeah.
What a tragedy. And a blow to the entire country. What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
Well, the next jinx that could be out there, according to news sources.
I love jinxes.
I know you do. Is for Antonio Pierce.
You like a nice jinx there?
I love jinxes.
Antonio Pierce?
Yes.
The middle linebacker for the Giants?
Yes. Apparently he...
You don't get jinxes from middle linebackers.
Well, he is dating Ashanti.
Fine.
So
he can date Ashanti, and he can do whatever he wants with her. He's a middle linebacker. He's not the field general. I mean, yeah, he calls the defense, and I'm not saying that middle linebacker is in an impact position, but when a team loses, they're not like, oh, that stupid middle linebacker.
She's going to be in Green Bay on Sunday to watch the game.
She's going to go.
Yes.
And now people in New York are concerned.
Right.
Hey, what goes around comes around. Keep Ashanti's ass out of there. Well, then they'll just have an Ashanti look-alike show up.
Right.
A little look-alike from Ballard, or wherever the Jessica Simpson look-alike was from, that they flew into Dallas.
Yeah.
And then she'll jinx the Giants. So she might as well go, because if she doesn't go, they just find a look-alike these days. That's how they do it.
I know. It sounds like
But it's not really a jinx, because the Giants are underdogs, right? I mean...
Yeah, the Giants are underdogs. The Giants didn't have this oh-so-unbelievable regular season like the Cowboys had. There's so many things that are in place here that it would never be a jinx. We're not talking about a quarterback. We're talking about a middle linebacker. It's not like Eli Manning has any shot at dating Ashanti. So it's not really a jinx.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to date the lesser brother? I don't think so. So, Antonio Pierce can bring Ashanti with him, and Giant fans don't have to worry. They're 7-point underdogs. They're playing with house money at this point. Mm-hmm. If they win, it's wonderful. If they lose, it's expected, because you can't stop the inevitable Brett Favre goes back to the Super Bowl storyline. The man who has age lines all over his face now, who looks like a gray-bearded lumberjack, is going to lead his team up and down the field on Sunday as he marches them on to the Super Bowl when, during the offseason, everyone told him he should retire. What a story.
Yes.
I'm tearing up right now. Mm-hmm. The way you told it.
Well, you can't not. Doesn't matter how I tell it. The story speaks for itself as far as its ability to bring about tears.
It's going to be so annoying.
They told him he was done, Terry. They told him he was too old. They told him he had nothing left. They told him there was too much gray in his beard. They told him he should be focusing on his wife, who's got breast cancer. They told him all these things. And he said, nah, I'm coming back. And now what is he telling them? He's telling them, I told you so. What a story.
I like him.
I'm not saying you shouldn't like him, Terry.
I want him to go all the way.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have a lot to offer his team. He's obviously the leader of that team, and he's
he can still motivate.
Yes,
and get things done.
And he's still got that golden schoolboy arm, Terry.
Yes, he does.
So all the people who did tell him he should retire were wrong. If he wasn't the quarterback this year, they wouldn't be where they're at.
Right.
But what I'm telling you is, this is a story that can't be denied now. Mm-hmm. The Giant fans don't have to worry. It's over. They ain't winning this Sunday. Their glass slipper turns back into a pumpkin, or however the story goes. Yeah.
Never gets found.
Glass slipper never gets found?
Yeah.
Doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
No, hard to get
found.
Well,
hard to get a glass slipper on the foot of Antonio Pierce, I feel. Unless he's in his private time with Ashanti.
You're right, though. It is inevitable. It's going to be Favre and Tom Brady.
It's inevitable.
You're going to throw up the whole week leading up to it.
It's a 7-point.
You don't have to watch it.
7-point spread. Take the Fletchbackers. Don't look back. They're covering easy.
Good boy.
They win going away. The Giants have nothing left in the tank. They left all that emotion they had in the last game in Big D. Mm-hmm. That was a physical game. The Giants won't have the ability to play 4 quarters with the Packers. This game is over. The Packers are in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Write it down. It's a done deal.
The fearless forecaster.
Although I could be wrong. Anyway. So Antonio Pierce can have his little cute relationship there.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was dating Ashanti. I thought Ashanti was with Nelly.
I did too. I think
They have
she
a
even
kid
had
together.
I think she had a baby with him.
I played poker with Nelly in the Bellagio a few months ago, Terry.
Yeah?
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable enough with my sexuality to say that.
Right, but he is. He is. Definitely.
Oh, I want it him so bad.
Oh, jeez.
No, yeah, he's a nice...
Right.
I mean, horrible poker player, but...
Is he?
Well, he's got huge wads of cash. He's throwing it around like crazy, and... All I know is I played for a few hours, and he was losing a lot, but he still had wads of cash on the table, and then I went to bed around 3 in the morning, and I got back up by 7, because you don't really sleep that much in Vegas, and I went back down to the poker room, because what else am I going to do? And there was no money on the table anymore. It was all in the hands of other players. But I don't think it bothered him. I think he likes playing. I think he's learning on the job, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I think he loves playing poker.
Sure.
And he's got that money to lose and then some.
Hey, why not?
And he's a nice guy.
Well.
But I guess he was done with Ashanti. Because she clearly didn't dump him, Terry. Right?
Okay, I don't know. I didn't. Quite honestly,
she's probably. Is he relevant?
No, she. She was like on everybody's song.
I would think she's probably more relevant than he is, maybe, right now. I don't know. Has he had anything come out in a minute or what? I always turn to Vinnie Pooh on this, Mike.
They both kind of had singles out, like...
Last year or something?
Oh, yeah, or like late last year, but they kind of both sucked.
They kind of both flopped.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
so
she did a movie. She did that John Tucker Must Die movie.
Who's fell flat worse?
I would say Ashanti fell more flat.
Really?
Yes.
I would have thought Nelly's fell a little flatter.
No, I don't think so. That's just me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're both needing a little bit of a comeback single or album or something like that.
I agree with that.
They're both looking for that right around now. Otherwise, Nelly better really craft his poker game pretty good and pretty quick. But, I know they have a kid together, right? Don't they have a kid together?
I believe they do. Yes.
Now she's with Antonio Pierce.
Apparently so. You didn't hear about the big breakup or anything like that.
All right. 1-866-663-T-Man. Phil, you're on the air in Fort Lewis. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, T-Man. How you doing?
How are you, my friend?
All is well. All is well.
All right.
Yeah, I just got a quick, statements. One of them is about Tony Romo and freaking Jessica Simpson.
I'm done with Tony Romo, and I'm done with Jessica. Oh, but it's anything you want to talk about this morning. Go ahead. Yeah, what do you want to say real quick on Tony Romo?
All right, real quick. It's two sides. I mean, the offense and the their defense.
Your phone's cutting out, and I don't want to hear your breakdown of the Cowboys anyway. So what else did you want to talk about?
Okay, the thing is, Constance, when you were dealing with her.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Long time ago. Blast from the past. The Bitchler. What about her?
Yeah, she was really, really needy back then, too.
She what?
Really, really needy.
Needy.
I think he's had some dealings. Sounds like.
You've been waiting to make that comment for about, 3 years? And what, have you been on hold? Or you just haven't been able to get through? Or why are you all up in Constance right now, so to speak?
No. I just came across Constance.
Yeah, she's a needy woman. But aren't we all?
Yeah, she's just really, really needy. I mean, she's not just being a bitch. She just really, it's like all about her. You know?
No, it's both.
I agree.
Yes.
He really wants us to know that he's getting it on with Constance.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's, Is
that what you're trying to get at here? That you're hooking up with Constance right now? Is that what's going on, or what?
Not me, man.
Have you had sexual intercourse with Constance the Bitchler, yes or no?
Negative.
Would you like to? Have you been trying to? The biggest conquest in the world.
She has no substance, man.
Oh, wow.
That's what
really?
I look for in a hookup, Terry.
Well, maybe he does like a woman.
It is 3 in the morning, and I would have sex with you, but I'm not finding the substance. So
it's time for substance.
Here it is on my mirror.
Put her with the crap and hit it, but I don't know. She might become a stalker.
All right. Well, thank you for your analysis, sir, and I appreciate the call. Not really. Arvin from Santa Rosa, you're on the air.
Hey, T-Man.
What's up, Arvin?
I was just wondering if you think the Giants can cover the spread.
Did I just less than a minute ago say that the Giants will not cover the spread?
You did.
Was that me, or was that another show I was listening to?
If Terry picked up on it, then yeah, it was pretty clear.
Is your name Arvin?
Yeah, A-R-V-I-N, Arvin.
Is that your given name? Is that a nickname? What is that?
That's a given name. For some reason, I don't know what my mom was thinking, but that's what she gave me.
I like original names. So, are you thinking of betting on this game?
Well, I'm thinking about it. I was just wondering if you think that they can cover the spread.
Well, don't bet on it based on my interpretation of the game. But I say you're waltzing to the bank after this one, buddy.
That's a good angle. I like that angle.
What was my angle again?
Well, that it's an emotional game for New York. They got nothing left. They're going to get crushed.
No, last week
and
was
Favre, it's destined for him to be in the Super Bowl.
They left all their emotion in last week's game, in last Sunday's game against the Cowboys. And they're not going to be able to get in the way, in the path of this inevitable Brett Favre goes back to the Super Bowl situation. And somewhere in the second half, the Packers will pull away if they haven't pulled away in the first half, and they should cover the spread. But if they don't come looking for me, because I ain't betting on it.
The Packers didn't have much of a game last week, so they should be fresh.
I ain't betting on it, even though I put it as one of my 5-star locks, Terry.
Really?
5-star?
5-star?
I don't even order that in the Thai restaurant.
No, I don't know if I'm calling it a 5-star lock, but it's definitely a solid 4-star lock.
Whoa.
I'm calling it my 4-star special.
That I can deal with.
That the Packers cover the 7-point spread.
We're still really spicy, though.
Now, 7.5 is a big difference, Terry.
Okay.
You got to buy yourself a hook if you find it at 7.5.
Really?
Now, I know that you understand the betting lingo, Terry, and you are now going to explain to everyone what buying a hook means.
Buy a hook with an uppercut. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
No one knows.
I have no idea.
That's a little nerdy.
Vinnie the Pooh.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you explain to everyone in the betting circles of our country what buying a hook means?
I'm not even going to attempt to make myself sound idiotic.
Too late.
Oh, really? So, Scott,
try to figure out what buying a hook means, Terry. If the spread is 7.5, why would buying a hook come into play, and what does buying a hook mean?
Buying a hook.
Come back.
Jeez, rookies.
Spread.
When you're in Vegas, you are always tempted to buy yourself a hook.
Give me the pamphlet.
Dude, is it where you not only bet on the spread, but you...
I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks.
Lights on, lights off? Is that what that is?
This is walking by some of the workers on the strip, Terry. Yeah.
Is that where they give you the paper?
You think so?
Oh,
the paper, yes.
With a little...
It's the Topps trading cards.
Yeah, okay.
Pacey knows what a hook is. Come on, someone.
Pasty, we're counting on you.
I think so.
What is buying? Well, he's probably... You can figure it out based on what we're saying. He's probably just looked it up, by the way.
Don't you like... Well, don't you like put down extra juice to like move the point spread? Like,
no, he's right.
Well, but you're saying if you can get the hook, if you can get the half point.
Well, if you can wait and hope that it comes down,
but you don't have to buy it.
You can buy
a hook. Buying up
in some casinos. In some casinos, if you pay like an extra 10%, you can knock the point spread down by a half a point. So if a point spread is 7.5, Terry, I'm glad I could explain this to you and all the listeners.
No.
If a point spread is 7.5 and you don't feel comfortable with that, this is probably the only time you would buy a hook. You wouldn't do it if it was like 4, because what's the difference between 4 and 4.5?
Right.
But if it's 7.5 and you wanted a 7,
right, then you put an extra 10% down.
If you were going to bet $100, which you'd have to bet 110 to win 100 anyway, instead you would bet 120.
Right.
You'd get the hook, which would knock it down to 7 points, Terry.
Got it.
And then you'd bet 120 to win 100. Some casinos will allow you to do that. Most of the major casinos don't allow you to do that anymore. But
online you can, though, for sure.
You know, definitely online on sports.
Yeah, you can do anything online.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you have learned something this morning that is going to come in very handy for you in the future.
Yes, next time, yeah.
Or if hook's not, if you don't get a good hook or whatever, I wouldn't bet it.
Now here come all the sports fans telling me how I'm wrong, and the Giants are not only going to cover, they're going to win. Blah 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 blah, freaking blah.
Take their bets. Give them the money line.
I'm not taking bets. I'm not telling anyone to bet on it. I am off betting right now. Ask me on Friday.
I'm offshore
betting right now. I'm not offshore betting. I'm off betting. All right? It's clearly going to be New England and Green Bay in the Super Bowl, though, and you have so many story angles, and you have John Madden on his Madden Cruiser waxing Brett Favre's lance. It's going to be so many, many things to hype up. It's going to be wonderful. Not really. 2 weeks of unnecessary, make you want to puke in your mouth hype. Okay.
They have that extra week in there now?
Yes, they went back to the extra week a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks between the NFC and AFC championship games and the Super Bowl. What else is going on, Terrence?
Well, got some news for you about the American Gladiators, which I watched, by the way, and it was really exciting. It was great.
Well, I watched your analysis of American Idol last night. I only watched 45 minutes of it. I watched long enough, as I told you, Terry, to see that Simon's nipples are bigger than ever.
Right.
And I noticed that they weren't weren't doing as much of the crackpots as they were the talented people last night, which was a disappointment. But you were right in what you said earlier, that the people that are being shown as the big losers that we're accustomed to seeing are all looking like they're manipulating it. Right. They're setting it up just so they can wait a few months and then watch themselves on TV.
Right.
And it's just reeking of that.
It's set up or whatever.
Even the one that I'm sure was the biggest standout loser, that girl who was cursing out Simon and giving him the middle fingers when she was walking out. And
with the glitter all over her face.
She just looked like she'd been blueprinting that, planning that out for a month ahead of time at least.
Yeah. Definitely.
Did you see it, Vinnie the Pooh?
I did. She was wilding.
Did it look that way to you or what? Or is that just me? Is that just my...
I thought that was one of the genuine ones.
Really?
There was like an old man that was like half bald who was singing the Don't Have Sex song. That's the one I thought was like way over the top. I'm like, for real, dude?
Well, when you allow somebody to come in who's, half naked and it's just bizarre. It's just too set up now.
What are you raising your hand for, Pasty?
Oh, I was going to say, we have some audio of the
girl.
Oh, I know we have of that girl?
Yeah. The one who sounded like Janis Joplin.
Oh, yeah.
And Grace
That was so annoying. She knew she wasn't going to make it.
Right.
You're telling me she thought she was really going to make it? See, that's the thing. These people are acting like they're shocked. They can't believe they didn't make it.
Right.
When you know that they knew all along that they weren't going to make it. That's why they're setting this whole thing up. That's what I'm telling you.
Right.
You think she really was shocked when she was told she wasn't going to make it?
No, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking, though.
People are not that dumb.
I know.
Oh, people are dumb. Guilty as charged, Terry.
Sure.
But people aren't that dumb that she was blown away with amazement when they actually told her that she wasn't going to go to Hollywood. Please. Please. Yes.
So.
All right, I'll play that audio later.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, what were you going to say about American Gladiators?
One of the contestants...
What were the ratings on American Idol? Anyone have the ratings yet? Because with the writer's strike, they were expecting enormous ratings, and I'm pretty sure they probably got it.
On American Idol or Gladiators?
American Idol. American Idol, they were expecting like maybe 27 million or so.
If I'm watching it, then it probably got good ratings.
You were watching it?
I did, yes. My first episode, and I can see why people love it so good. Jesus Christ, I had to turn after 45 minutes. I did see the glitter girl, though.
Yeah, it's amazing how everyone who just watched the half hour, 45 minutes, somehow managed to cross over.
Well, they teased the hell out of it. See, I got to see this crazy ass.
Hold on.
Pasty, any ratings out for American Idol last night yet, or what?
I can take a look.
Are we going to monitor that all morning long, and you'll let me know? Usually it comes out around 8, 9 in the morning.
Right.
Everybody but 7 people watched it.
I want to know the minute that the American Idol ratings come in. Not that it's the biggest deal in the world. I'm just kind of curious.
You got it.
All right? The over-under is 27 million people in America watched last night, Terry. You going over or under, or does that number not mean anything to you?
Going over.
Oh, wow, you're really giving me some serious
I would
here.
say over.
You want to buy a hook?
No,
Lots of noises.
You want to buy a hook for $27.5 million, Terry?
No.
Cost you 10%.
Well, when
American Gladiators, what?
Number 4.
Finished number 4?
Yes. For
all the
for the night. for the hour.
For the hour?
I don't know.
Or for the week?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, no.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
You've only had a half hour to figure it out.
No, it was... Well, because there was 2 things that I watched.
What is it?
Sorry. No, number 4 was the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Oh, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
The Terminator, yeah.
Finished number 4 as far as
that's what I was
top shows of the week?
Yes.
That's a pretty good debut.
Actually,
it was a good show, too.
Anyone watch that?
I did.
I saw they kept hyping it up all through my football games, Terry, and I'm thinking they're slamming this down my throat so hard that I'm going to show them.
Yeah.
I ain't watching.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of a Terminator purist, so you can't do better than Schwarzenegger. It's kind of stupid now.
True. You get into it, though, a little bit.
They're doing it wrong, first of all. The great thing about, I know, I'm an expert. The great thing about Terminator is that he didn't show any expression because he was a cyborg.
Right.
But when you see these stupid Terminators, they have like frowns on their faces and mean looks. It's so hokey.
Where's the authenticity, Terry?
They're doing it wrong. Did they not have any consultants?
They're blowing it.
Well, but
they need a think tank.
when you watch Schwarzenegger, he doesn't make any expression. That's the scary part.
In all the Terminators?
Yeah.
At least the first one.
In the first one, especially, yeah. Because I think in the ones that
they cornied him. Yeah, they cornied him out a little bit with the Asa Lavisa crap.
Kind of cornied him out, and they sold him out as far as who he was in the first one.
But in the first one, it was expression free, and that's what made him scary.
That's what made him scary.
Yes.
Well, and now they have...
It's a cyborg. Now it looks like a human making some frown on their face.
Now all they have is these cheesy Terminators.
Well, they sent back a girl, this young, who's supposedly like kind of the same age as the John Connor, to protect John Connor.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
thanks for breaking it down for us.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Well, so I mean,
where did American Gladiators finish?
Actually, I didn't even
talk about people that don't frown.
I know.
Don't smile.
I don't even see it in the top 20. So
okay. Well, then, I don't know why you brought it up.
Well, because I was going to tell you about one of the contestants.
Oh, please do.
She has a soft porn.
Oh, good.
Past.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So.
And they didn't know that when she was on?
Apparently not. She came on, and I saw this episode. It was on Monday, and she said she was a bull rider.
Oh, yeah.
But she
wasn't lying.
Mess with the bull, you get her horns.
She really sucked, by the way. She did
you
not
got a horn right in the anus.
Oh, wow.
Hey, yes, Pasty.
I got a early number here.
What do you got?
It says that preliminary overnight figures from Nielsen show that the season premiere had 18.1 rating.
Really? That's probably lower than they wanted. I guess.
Wow, that's it?
We'll have the final number a little later here.
People are out on TV? Who knows?
18.1. Everyone was on boys' food. Like me.
Yeah. I thought you might like it.
Looking for the bull riders of America.
There's plenty on there.
Oh, yeah.
Never get thrown off.
She's been in little...
I rewatched The Oblivious Roommate, by the way, last night.
Really?
Yes, on boysfood.com.
I forgot to watch that. I gotta watch that.
You definitely gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta watch that. And I noticed, because I was freeze-framing it...
Oh, my God. Seriously?
That the girl has a tongue ring. I didn't pick up on the first 7 times I watched it, yeah.
So now tongue rings kind of turn you off?
No, not really. I mean, I'm kind of neutral now. I mean, I just didn't notice.
Ah. All right.
They don't do anything for me, Terry. They don't,
Okay.
Not a plus or a minus.
So you're indifferent to them.
That's right.
All right.
But you just noticed that freeze framing. She's got a...
At first, with the tongue ring world kind of like sprung up on us, I was a little bit put off by the notion of sticking my tongue in a girl's mouth and feeling a bolt of cold steel.
Right.
But since then, I'm totally cool with it.
Okay. Have you ever been with anybody that has?
I tell you, I don't think you can help but have been with a girl who has had a tongue ring at this, after all these years. I know you can say the same. Right?
No.
You couldn't have helped after all these years now, a tongue ring's been in play, to have bumped into, in your sexual travels, a girl that has had a tongue ring, right?
Well,
given all your lesbonic experience, Terry, you
all
can't.
of them, yes. I've actually had about 3.
You can't help but accidentally, whether you choose it or not, to one day just wind up vertical or horizontal with a girl with a tongue ring, right?
Okay. Well,
I think I got every ring covered now.
Do you?
Yeah.
I know it's been popular with men too. I know a couple of guys who have tongue rings.
Obviously, been with like buckets of nose rings and.
Well, yeah.
And I think I got every ring. There's not a ring that I haven't dabbled in.
Okay.
Yes.
C ring?
Of course. I like to call it the hood ring with the Asian twin babysitters, of course.
Oh, that was the one I was talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
The one you buy in the bathroom in the little novelty machine?
Oh, you're talking about a male ring.
Yeah. You said you got them all covered, so just checking.
That C ring.
Yeah. Never had to use one?
Well, there was one time I was tapping my toe, and guy came over to my store with a
You can actually buy them?
You can. 50 cents. 2 quarters at the same
50
time.
50 cents for a C-ring?
Good deal. I think it's a steal.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought a nice going rate on a cock ring would be like, would be at least $15.
No. 50 cents.
Look at Vinnie. He's like the expert. No.
Hey, I've seen them. I've seen them. Plenty of machine in them.
Like plastic? What?
Well,
plastic.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either, Terry, but I'm assuming it's like a little child's toy when it comes down to a little ring thing.
It's a ring, yes, it is. You slide that beast down and it cuts the circulation off, and there you go. You're hard as long as you like to be.
No need
Even though
for
it's purple and it's going to have gangrene in about an hour.
And the blood can't escape whether you like it or not?
God.
Not as fast, no.
Yeah. Not as fast.
Yeah, it's like...
Jeez.
It's like taking a balloon that's kind of half deflated and grabbing an end of it and watch the other end just to, deflate. Or
Derek, real quick, what do you got? Oh, actually, I'm up against the break. What do you got real quick,
wow.
Derek? Derek.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Go ahead real quick.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to say to you, man, that about this Romo.
Yes.
I mean, okay, he lost the game and everything. He was in Hawaii, but nobody mentioned the fact that if he did win the game, nobody would have figured up Hawaii.
Of course.
Everything
That's
would
the
have
whole
been on
point.
point.
If he would have won the game, but he didn't win the game. And now you have to wonder all through the offseason if this was the reason he didn't win the game. Because his head wasn't in the game. How's that for a tie-in, Terry?
Yeah.
The reason they didn't win the game is because... Oh, what was it again? His head wasn't in the game.
Right.
Yes. 50 cents, huh?
Wow.
Steal.
Yeah.
I had a buddy trying to get one out, but he couldn't figure out you have to put the quarters in at the same time.
You're an expert, man.
Yeah.
Put me down for a dozen.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to buy a hook, too.
The T-Man Show.
Could it be Victoria's Secret angel Alessandra Ambrosio is expecting?
That is
true. However, the model's rep tells E! News no comment on the gossip. That gossip claims the 26-year-old is a few months along,
right,
and that she and boyfriend Jamie Mazur are thrilled.
Oh, yeah, thrilled that she can kiss her career goodbye, or what? I mean, I'm sure she's thrilled about the baby, but she's got to realize that she better damn well have a good 401k from Victoria's Secret. Because that career is over. Don't look at me like that, Terry. That career is over. I mean, don't look at me for being the messenger. I'm just giving you the word. I'm not making the rules. That's just the rule. You can't. Rule? Yeah, you can't have a baby as Victoria's Secret model and then come back afterwards.
Yes, you can.
I'm sure you'll give me an example of someone that's done it, but not anyone who is first off, I'm not sure it's ever been done. And second of all, even if you show me someone who's a Victoria's Secret model that had a baby and then came back to be again in the catalogs,
Heidi Klum.
I'll show you a name brand like Heidi Klum is. Heidi Klum is not a model anymore. She's like a name brand. All right? So that's why they allow her a little leeway that the average angel ain't getting. Yeah, there's not enough airbrushes around this facility to hide your stretch marks, honey, so we'll see you later.
Jeez.
Don't let the door hit you in the baby Bjorn.
Oh, wow.
You had to go and get all pregnant. Nice job. Way to ensure that your career is ruined. Or maybe she was just realizing that now that she's in her mid-20s, her career was pretty much over anyway as far as being a Victoria's Secret model. So this is a nice transition to make. And if that's the case, I'm all for it. Because, let's be honest, they don't have 30-year-old women in the Victoria's Secret catalog unless you're Heidi Klum.
That's right.
Tyra Banks, whatever.
Yeah, those kinds of women can do it as long as they want.
Those are name brand women. But your average hot-ass Victoria's Secret model that you really don't know what their name actually is ain't getting the special privileges of the Heidi Klums, the Tyra Banks, and whoever else may have once graced the pages of Victoria's Secret.
Party's over.
She's done. She may have been done anyway, is what I was saying, so I congratulate the happy couple that is now expecting. And if you were not thinking that this would end your career, is it going to be a rude awakening for you? And you had some bad management that didn't warn you about this ahead of time. Maybe they did, and you didn't listen, and now it's over. Anyway.
You can expect a kid, but don't expect a paycheck.
Wow.
Ain't happening.
And let me tell you something about those kids. They tend to get a tad hungry. So I hope you saved a couple of nickels.
Well, I'm sure she could probably, if not, I'm sure her modeling career is not completely over.
Pasty's printing me out pictures of this Victoria's Secret model that we're speaking about. And
what I would not ever do to her.
Let me tell you, Pasty may not want to do anything to her and look forward to that, but, oh my gosh.
I just thought I'd look at a picture, dude. I'm good.
What I could do to her. Her little Santa suit here in the December catalog.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's a little cliche, but still works for me.
You can come down my chimney.
Oh, I don't get it, but it sounds hot. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll dress a little eggnog on that.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Jeez, stop it.
It'll never end.
I know.
Yeah. All right, she wants to see my Yule log. I got it.
But she's already knocked up. Oh, yeah, she's going to look so hot. Oh, you think they'll let her work through her pregnancy, Terry?
Well,
of course. course. Most companies do these days. They let you work right up to the moment you go into labor. I'm sure Victoria's Secret will be no different. We'll be able to see her and her very hot body all in the lingerie, in the newest catalogs that are coming out through the spring and summer. I'm sure they'll let her work right up to the moment she gives birth.
Putting out a new line of moo-moos. She's the perfect mom.
They've got some cute little baby dolls, little lingerie sets that I'm sure could hide pregnancy.
Right, that's what they're into doing at Victoria's Secret. Let's hide her pregnancy.
Or find somebody 18 who's...
Yeah, let's do that. How about just a massive casting call of which there'll be hundreds of thousands of women to choose from? How about we do that instead? See you later. Enjoy the rest of your life, is what Mr. Secret is saying.
Again,
Mrs. Secret. She's a woman, right, Victoria? Yeah.
Again, I'm sure that even if her modeling career is over at Victoria's Secret, it may not be done in general.
All right, whatever. Yeah, you could always model on a couple of dude sites that I know of. Yeah. How old they say she was?
Could it be Victoria's Secret angel Alessandra Ambrosio is expecting? True. However, the model's rep tells E! News no comment on the gossip. That gossip claims the 26-year-old is a few months along.
See there, she's 26. She knew it was over anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
She got pregnant at the right time?
She actually stretched it out longer than most models were able to.
Oh.
Most Victoria's Secret models. 23, here's your gold watch. See you later.
Right. Yeah, it's been a nice little run.
What are you, a 65-year-old CEO?
Exactly. That's
your
who
golden bra.
That's exactly who you are when you're a Victoria's Secret model and you're 23. You're a 65-year-old executive at a company.
Gold watches are hot.
You're a crusty veteran when you're 23. She made it to 26. Nice run. Hope you bought some good stocks. Of course, the market right now is crashing, Terry. But who's counting? What else is going on besides the new stages of our lives that we ultimately have to go into whether we like it or not? Yes, Terry.
In New York, a 36-year-old construction worker who got injured on the job.
Oh, geez.
He was hit in the forehead by a falling wooden beam.
Oh, that's always a hazard of the job, I imagine.
Yes.
I work construction in New York, Terry, and I can't tell you how many beams
hit you on the head,
knock me around in the noggin. Yes,
right.
But I show no lingering effects, do I?
No, none whatsoever.
Okay.
I've been hit pretty hard by Jim Beam.
He is claiming that when he went.
Have you tried the hot sauce? I've been telling you to try the Jim Beam hot sauce.
I have not.
I had the hot sauce last night, and let me tell you.
I will let you.
Oh, goody.
It is the best hot sauce out there. Now, I'm not trying to tout Jim Beam. I have no affiliation with Jim Beam whatsoever. I'm just telling you. And I also made a discovery last night because I opened a new bottle of Jim Beam hot sauce that when you refrigerate it, it loses some of its hotness power.
I agree with that.
And I'm not listening to what they say on the bottle anymore, and I'm actually going to talk to the bottle and tell them I'm not listening. I'm not refrigerating hot sauce anymore. That was the last time that I do that was when I had the Jim Beam fresh out of the safety seal last night, Terry, and I'm realizing how freaking hot it is and how good it tastes, and I'm thinking, why do I refrigerate this stuff? Because they tell me to?
I'm not convinced it's hot enough. Is it hot?
It's hotter than anything I've come across lately.
All right. I have 10 bottles of hot sauce in my fridge. It better be hot.
And I just like the Jim Beam logo on my hot sauce.
Well, there you go then, if that's what you like.
So that combined with how hot it is makes it something you should try.
Okay. I'm in.
All right. And again, for best, what do they put it? For best something or other, refrigerate after opening. For best performance or for best...
that.
For best something,
I don't know.
Bull crap. Loses its hotness.
It does for some reason, which is really weird.
We give you the hot sauce tips on this program, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm sorry to interrupt your very important construction worker story, Terry. What happened to the guy who got hit by a wooden beam on the job?
Well, he is claiming that when he went to the hospital to get medical attention for his injury, that emergency room staffers forcibly gave him a rectal examination.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't see how that is part of the typical head injury exam, Terry.
Right.
I spread your butt cheeks. My head is hurt over here. What? Oh, geez. How does that become part of the... Yeah, that would be forcible. That would be something that I would think is not part of the typical exam. So he's saying he was raped, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And
he got a forcible rectal exam.
Yes. And
no, sir, you don't understand. We have to look in your anus now. Whoa.
He has filed a lawsuit against the hospital. He even claims that...
Did they try to give a reason as to why they were giving him a rectal exam?
Well,
did they say that there's some relevant medical belief as to why they may have been going about it this way? Or
apparently...
are they denying that they gave him the rectal exam?
No, they're claiming that it is one way to determine whether he had suffered spinal damage in the accident.
They're admitting they gave him a rectal exam. And he's claiming, well, they could have checked for spinal damage in a lot of ways. But two guy schlongs where they don't belong is not a way to check my spine in this time.
According to him again, he claims that, he was pretty much begging, please don't do that. They were insisting on giving him a rectal exam.
They always do, Tari.
And he was saying, no, please don't do that. And, he was kind of flailing around there like, no, get away from me. But
what a freaking story. Are you kidding me? This guy is coming out and saying that workers in a New York hospital gave him an unwanted rectal exam.
Right.
And they're saying, yeah, we did it. But we had to do it to best do our job and determine whether this man was severely injured or not.
Yes. He's claiming
you're going to feel a little pressure.
Well, no, not even that. He's claiming that,
on the roof of my mouth. You passed my spine.
After, he was like telling them, please don't do that, that staff gave him an injection and then he was knocked out.
Jesus Christ.
Story.
I wonder if my insurance covers
knocked
that.
Him out. And then when he performed the rectal exam while he was knocked out, and then when he woke up, he was...
Maybe that'll be the only good news when he gets his insurance, and they're like, oh, honey, they covered it. Okay, it's all worthwhile then.
Oh, good. They always wanted that they cover the hot beef injection.
They do cover rape on United Healthcare.
That's good to know.
Anyway, the trial is set to start March 31st.
March 31st?
Yes.
Well, I want Court TV to cover this one.
I wish I wouldn't have cheaped out and got the generic version of the hot beef injection. I could have got the name brand. They cover it.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You go because you obviously don't want to be in the emergency room.
No, you don't.
You go because you're told that it's the best move given your circumstances.
Sure.
You got injured on the job.
Yeah, he had 8 stitches.
And you're thinking, well, I'm really not that hurt, but hey, it's a day off and maybe I can milk it into a whole week or so. And before you know it, you're strapped down to a gurney and 6 guys. And
now it's 6.
6 guys and an intern are taking turns on you.
Look at this, Bob. Holy crap.
Is the spine out of line yet? That is a scary story, Terry.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe they think if you're dumb enough to let someone do it, then your head's messed up.
Yeah, Gay right now as we speak. Gay phone operator, Terry?
Yes.
He's filling out an application to be a construction worker.
Probably.
My head hurts.
All right, hit me in the beam, right? Hit me in the head with the beam right here. And then off to the emergency room.
That's right. Yeah, if your head's clear enough to realize you don't like this, then you're fine. Then you can leave.
He got 8 stitches
I bet
for
he
a
did.
cut over his eyebrow. And then,
on his head.
yeah, because that's why he went. Remember, he got hit in the head.
Right.
The old husband stitch.
Got to suture up your anal wall here, sir.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
That is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they're standing behind their...
Oh, yes, they are. Usually against people's will.
They're standing behind their belief at the hospital that this was the correct procedure in determining whether this guy was an injured man in a certain capacity.
Apparently, yes.
Let me see that frickin' story. It's crazy. I think they're making all this up.
I'm
Oh,
not.
no, here it is. Right here from the Associated Press. My gosh.
Check that. He liked it.
The Associated Press. This is not MediaTakeout.com.
I always tell you if it's MediaTakeout.com.
The Associated Press, January 16th, 2008. When was that, Terry? Oh, wait, that's today.
Yeah.
That is today.
Well, you just found this?
Mm-hmm.
A construction worker claimed in a lawsuit that when he went to the hospital after being hit on the forehead by a falling man, emergency room staffers forcibly gave him a rectal examination. Brian Persaud, 38 years of age, said in court papers,
He speaks Swahili?
Assault and battery, falsely imprisoned.
Wow.
They held him behind that curtain. He was banging on the curtain for help.
Please. Get me out.
It doesn't make a loud noise when you bang on a curtain.
That's pretty much the point. Yeah. His lawyer, Gerard Maroney, said
Really? I read that.
Yeah.
I told you that already.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trial ordered to start March 31st.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to trial?
Yeah.
Mark that on my calendar, Terry.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
Wow. Yep. You know, there's never one isolated situation like this, Terry. We all now have to put masking tape over our butt cracks, apparently, if that's something we're not interested in having done to us.
Oh, my God.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I dislocated my finger. What are you guys doing? We never know what they're going to do in an emergency room now. Okay. Thanks for bringing this to our attention, Terry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I mean, it's one thing, okay, so you have to ask, but when you say no, doesn't no mean no even in an emergency room?
Well, yeah, it says here that he begged, please don't do that. Please don't do that is the quote that I'm staring at here.
Right, and then they knock him out.
He also says that he made physical contact with the doctor to indicate in a physical manner that he was not interested, meaning like he pushed him or punched the doctor. But
no means no.
He was flailing around.
Oh, man. Who's that on tape? Flailing.
He claims he was held down to the bed. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. Let me reopen the phone line. 1-866-663. T-Man, I got some emails that I wanted to read here. Where are they?
We call it your pictures of the lovely Victoria's Secret model.
1-866. Yeah, I got too
you okay there?
Too much paperwork in front of me. I got Victoria's Secret model pictures that obviously are going to become collector's items now that her body will never be the same. Let's see. I told you about this one yesterday. This girl wants to know if her boyfriend is someone she should continue dating. She's been seeing him for 6 months. I'll just give you the long and short of this without actually reading the whole damn thing here. Everything on her checklist as far as the guy she's dating is seeming just fine, but he's cried about 6 or 7 times in the 6 months that they've been dating, and the last time he cried was at the movie Juno that they went to see. Now, I don't know if you've seen Juno, Terry. There really, to my knowledge, is not any spot where anybody, man, woman, or child, is going to feel the need to shed a tear.
Okay.
But she's saying that at the point, you haven't seen the movie, you should have by now, so I'm going to tell you about this one scene where Juno herself starts crying in the car. I know what scene she's talking about, this letter writer. She turned to her boyfriend and realized he was crying along with Juno.
Wow. Was he like sobbing, crying? Like uncontrollably
well, she
type?
Didn't really specify whether it was an all-out bawling type cry or it was just a welling up of tears that...
I think that makes a big difference.
So you're saying if he just welled up...
I can understand him feeling the emotion.
What if he welled up but one started rolling down the cheek? That's not a real bawl, but that's...
No, but you understand.
One
tear's got to go somewhere.
A tear escaped, though, Terry. That's obviously there was too much liquid in his eye to house all those tears, and one had to make its way...
I think once you make noise, that's the worst. If you make noise as a man...
So welling up is okay, but if he sucks up any moisture, then he's out.
Yeah, moisture or... any kind of noise is not good.
How does that go again?
But the point is, in seeing Juno, this is a movie where, I mean, there are some movies where no guy is going to be able to resist from cry. Every guy is going to cry in a select number of movies.
Be touched, right.
All right, now I'll give you, there's probably about 5 to 10 movies, no more than that, Terry.
Okay.
Where you show me any man, and I will show you a man who has no ability to stay away from the tears in this particular movie. Like Rudy, Terry.
Rudy gets me every time.
When Rudiger opens up that acceptance letter from Notre Dame and realizes all his dreams have finally come true and he's made it into that school that he's always dreamed about, Terry, you can't help. I don't care how strong a man you are.
My son's going to Notre Dame.
You can't help but well up with tears.
All right.
Now, I don't think you're sucking up any moisture.
Congratulations.
Now, maybe it was when he's being carried off the field, you're going heavy with the moisture and the sucking and the snorts and everything.
The snorts. You're bringing in snorts.
Well, I'm talking about Rudy Rudiger, Terry. I'm talking about one of the very few amounts of movies that are out there that no man can get through without crying. And this is a sports movie, so it's okay to cry because it balances itself out because you're watching a sports movie. You were obviously a guy who was so into sports that you couldn't help but get all emotional as far as this dude's plight, and then you start crying when he gets carried off the field. He's the last person to be carried off the field in Notre Dame history, Terry. There probably will never be another one. The last player to ever be carried off the field on the other player's shoulders.
Their coach is too heavy now.
That's right. They ain't carrying him off the field.
Ain't happening. Loses its luster when it's a forklift.
Now, what other movies can no guy get through, no matter how tough or masculine or whatever you would consider a guy to be, that is just not the type to be, the crying type, if you will. Not that crying is any sign of any surplus of masculinity or whatever, but you shouldn't be crying in Juneau.
Well,
you shouldn't be crying facing the media after your team lost in the division playoffs. I mean, yeah, it's upsetting. Yeah, you put a lot of effort into trying to move on in the playoffs, but don't cry in front of the media. Would you please? Friggin' wuss. All right. Now, this dude cried at Juneau, and it's the 6th or 7th time that he's cried in the 6 months they've been hanging out. But everything else checks out. She likes him. He's got a good personality. He's got a good job. He treats her well. Most criers treat women well.
See, I don't have really an issue with a guy who's okay to cry. I really don't. I think that,
the more he cries, the better?
There's
one thing to say about you don't have an issue about a guy who cries.
Right.
But are you also saying, because it's a completely different thing to say, are you saying the more crying, the better? Like if he cries just about everything, if he cries at the drop of a hat,
there is an excess, but I think a guy who actually is not afraid to show emotions and cry when he feels strongly about something.
So if they run out of bacon at Subway and I cry, that's cool.
No, that's ridiculous now. That kind of stuff. But
now that I see the reason for it.
Yeah, that makes more sense than crying at a movie.
But again, what is her definition of crying? Is he
Was T.O. off the deep end when he cried? I didn't get your opinion on that yesterday, Terry. Was T.O. just out of whack when he was crying? Yes or no?
Yes, that was a little out of control.
You can talk about the vacation, and if you do that, it's really unfair. It's really unfair. It's my team. It's my quarterback.
All right, suck it up. No moisture. Don't stop.
And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
It's not just tears. It's quivering.
Yes.
It's sucking up of the moisture. It's the works.
Yeah, it's everything.
Man, isn't there anyone that looks after this guy, Terry? Isn't there anyone that can refrain from him making an idiot in front of himself, out of himself in front of the media?
Doesn't seem to be.
Stick a hook in his mouth and drag him out of there, would you please?
No handlers.
Okay.
Is a guy less of a man if he cries because, let's say, his pet dies, his dog, for example? I bet you anything.
Dying. Many people consider a dog a family member, Terry.
Right.
That obviously calls for tears. That's part of the moving on process. What do they call it? The grieving process.
Right.
Death of a creature. It's different than a movie.
But maybe there's something in that movie or that moment for whatever reason that touched him.
Pasty passed me a note that says, Old Yeller.
Oh, that was a good movie. What about Brian's song, the movie Brian's song?
Would you give me an older movie, please? My gosh. Can we come up with a more... Like, here's David on the line. He wants to tell us that he cried in the movie The Green Mile. At least we're talking about a movie that happened in the last 5 to 10 years. Yeah. David? Yeah. I saw Green Mile. As a matter of fact, I just watched it again last week, or at least a good 45 minutes of it. I don't remember crying.
I don't remember being sad. Is it sad?
Well, dude dies at the end.
Oh, all right.
That's what did it for me. I welled up. But, yeah, like you said, one didn't roll down the cheek, but I welled up. And
that's too late for that now. You cried at Green Mile.
I cried at 8 Mile.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
David, you had no business crying or welling up during Green Mile, but thanks for calling. Anyway, back to this girl who wrote the letter.
Yes. Again, like I said, I don't have...
You didn't see Juneau.
No.
There's no point in Juneau where you cry. Even when she's crying... Even when
you, maybe, whatever.
Even when the character Juneau's crying, you don't cry with her. Oh,
don't think it was like that.
People cry at movies when it kind of affects them personally.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
So I don't think it's a universal sad movie.
Nico, what are your thoughts on this?
Hello?
Nico, you're on the air.
Yeah, nah, if you cry, you're a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, those are bold words, but that's the truth.
So you never show any emotions, Nico. You're just stone cold,
but he realizes it's a movie and you need to relax. It's not real people and real people.
Maybe what he was trying to say, maybe if I could paraphrase for Nico, if you're gonna cry at a movie and you're a guy, you turn to your woman and you say, bitch, leave, I gotta cry. I don't want you to see me like this. I'm really a tough guy, trust me. That's why I just called you bitch. Didn't you get that?
That does help keep the tears in when you're with your wife or a girl, because you don't want them to see that crap.
Oh, my God.
Can you go to the bathroom or something?
Yeah.
I gotta have a good cry here, and I don't want anyone to know about it. Jimmy cried in Forrest Gump. Again, another movie. I don't know where you cry. It's like a 3-hour movie. You either get to cry through the whole thing or you don't cry at all.
When
she dies of AIDS.
Yeah, when she dies.
She dies of AIDS. You were like, oh, wow, I didn't know that they even knew what AIDS was back when this movie is supposedly taking place.
That's weird. Someone that used intravenous drugs died of AIDS? Wow. So sad.
I didn't cry when she died of AIDS.
I didn't either. You saw it coming. She had a bad lifestyle.
I cried when I found out I couldn't get my money back after sitting there for 3 hours. I couldn't get 3 hours of my life back. No, I liked the movie, too. I liked Forrest Gump. But, I mean, you don't cry in Forrest Gump. Jimmy?
It was sad. Well, the fact that his mom died, that kind of touched me.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There are a million places to cry in Forrest Gump, but you just don't cry.
But again,
I mean, it watered up my eyes. I didn't actually sob.
I want to say the same. Hey, no tear did roll down the cheek, man.
Right, so I had control over the water.
Matt cried in Armageddon.
What? Are you serious?
That Ben Affleck, he really gives a hell of a performance.
Matt, are you there?
I am.
You cried in Armageddon?
I did.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this isn't going well as far as our male listeners.
No, it's not. So actually, it's
something about Steven Tyler's voice, T-Man.
It's actually really nice to hear that.
It's not nice to hear.
I mean, that they're okay with it.
Now I'm believing there are dudes crying in Juno.
Yes.
Season I thought.
Not in Juno, though.
What's that, Matt?
I said Bruce Willis. He's a man's man, and if he starts crying, everybody else should be allowed to.
Right. All right. Thanks for the call.
Armageddon.
What about like The Pursuit of Happiness or something? For Will Smith.
I just saw that like a month or so ago. And
there's moments where you could probably well up, and
that one was a little.
I think of the last movie I cried in, because I know there's probably something since Rudy that I cried in.
We Are Marshall.
I know which one.
Oh, Two Brothers.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. Oh, you're giving this guy a hard time. And
man. That hit me in a special place.
But again, because it was something personal, right?
That's right. I have a brother that I never really knew.
Right. Well, but the thing is that, so maybe something happened at that point that this guy, for whatever reason, something personal, he could relate to.
He knocked up a 16-year-old or something. Who knows?
But who knows? It's a personal thing.
Brian in Pittsburgh cried during Lion King.
Oh, really?
Okay.
When his dad died?
Yourself, guys.
Yeah, the fact that these guys are so ready.
It's a cartoon.
Oh, let me get to the phone quick. I got to tell T-Man about this.
It's not a real lion. It's a cartoon, you jackass.
Brian?
Oh, my God.
You cried in Lion King?
Yes. Oh, sad.
What did he say?
When Simba died?
No, when Mufasa.
Oh, Mufasa.
Couldn't
His
have
dad.
Yeah, whatever.
It's our problem free.
All right, thanks for sharing. Yeah.
No problem.
Gary in San Francisco cried during Lucas, one of my, I wouldn't say one of my all-time favorite movies by any means, but definitely a very good movie that I remember from the day, Terry.
Uh-huh.
The Last American Virgin.
I was a Lucas-y type in high school. All right?
You were Luca Plakia?
I had a little Luca Plakia in me in high school, no doubt about it. So if I wasn't crying during that movie, I don't think anyone should. But when they're all, you know what? Now that I'm thinking, when they're all cheering for him at the very last scene,
can't help but be overwhelmed by emotion and be.
I can see a little crying there, maybe a little maybe not a tear down the eye.
No, but you're overwhelmed with the
Gary, you cried at the was you talking about the last scene?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where they're all the big football players all of a sudden now are clapping for him.
Oh, nothing like the acceptance of big jocks to make you feel so good.
I felt bad for the guy when he got his glasses crushed too.
Yeah.
His glasses.
Where's going to get another pair of those?
Right. Those are
He'll actually have to go out and get stylish ones now. Okay. Gary, thanks for sharing that one with us. Yes.
Right on, T-Man.
Thank you so much, sir.
So you won't give me credit for Brian's song either. You asked for about a sports movie.
That. It's like Brian's song's like cheesy Billy D. Williams, and I don't think it's even in the 80s. I think it's the 70s. 71. But they play it on TV all the time.
But they also did a remake in 2001 with Mekhi Phifer and.
If you have daddy issues, Big Fish might make you cry. Big Fish is great. That one.
You can't tell me that didn't touch you.
Obviously, he's
daddy issues.
We have a movie now that Hot Shot Cry.
Yes.
I definitely welled up in that.
Yes,
one.
it was.
Titanic, anybody?
Oh yeah, Titanic too. That's a good one.
No, it's not. You don't cry at Titanic.
I didn't.
Did you well up in Titanic?
Because she wouldn't get her fat ass off the floating bedpost that he couldn't get on, so he froze to death in the water.
See ya. I'm sinking.
I'll never let go, Jack.
Come on.
Maybe you should let go a half hour ago when I could actually lived. You're telling me there wasn't room for both of them on that bed headboard that she was laying on?
Apparently not.
Nope.
She was.
I love you, but I hope you don't drown.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't tie the corset tight enough to move it over.
You're laughing so much, I can't. Is that what you say? That's right.
Kind of like it that way. my wife lost control in The Notebook. That might be the saddest movie.
Oh, there you go.
I got every movie in the world up there. I got Ghost. I got Death Sentence. I got Remember the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I loved it, Tay. But where do you cry and Remember the Titans? When Duke gets paralyzed at the end?
When you realize you paid $9.50?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies, you cry when you realize you can't get 2 hours of your life back.
Awful.
Jeez.
Now, Remember the Titans is not one of those movies.
No, it's very good.
I've seen that over and over again. Strong side! Wake side, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, we really didn't answer this letter writer's question, but I got to take a break, and I guess we'll get back to it when we.
Well, I think we did
return.
answer the question.
She shouldn't break up with him,
No,
I guess, but.
And I think that with all the male callers calling in, claiming that they've welled up, or I really didn't cry because not a tear escaped.
Yeah, because if you
answers the question, then it's okay.
If you throw him back to the scrap heap, then before you know it, you're dating the guy who cried in Lion King.
Right.
Oh, jeez. Where are you at?
The T-Man Show.
What do? You a student?
Yes, I'm a full-time college student. I'm studying with eventual plans to become a veterinarian.
Oh, that's nice.
But, of course, I have hopes and dreams of becoming a musician.
So who have you been compared to vocally? Anybody?
Janis Joplin.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, people get compared to her all the time, Terry.
Yeah. Grace Slick.
Grace.
And also Pat Benatar.
Wow.
All three strong vocalists.
3 strong ones. So what are you going to sing today to prove that you are the next American Idol?
Grace Slick, Somebody to Love. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just wing it.
Go for it.
That's pretty much the concept of the show.
When the truth is...
You're not going to bring in a background ensemble?
I barely.
Okay.
When the truth is found to be lies.
This is the one that stood out that everyone's talking about this morning, Terry, that had the meltdown after she was told that she's... Actually, she sounds pretty good, but she sounds like they exactly told her that she should be in a cover band. She sounds very much like who she's trying to sound like right here.
Mm-hmm.
But for her to have the meltdown almost seemed like it was part of her plan, and her plan was executed to perfection, so now she's the talk of the morning at the water coolers of America. That's really what she wanted, probably more than her really feeling that she was the next American Idol. And that's why the show has kind of become a big caricature of itself.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
But when it comes down to it, she can actually sing.
To be
louder!
And know the joy within you dies. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love?
I'm not even close.
Wouldn't you love somebody to love?
Again, wrong.
You better find somebody to love. When the curtains fall.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
That's enough. Okay. Simon, what do you think of Alexis, man, from Allentown, PA?
It was all a bit possessed for me, you know.
Possessed?
You know, like she's channeling.
He actually does find the right words to capture what just transpired in front of him. Possessed is probably as good a word as he could possibly use there.
Mm-hmm.
She did look a little possessed, which was her goal, in my opinion, Terry.
Correct.
Manipulated the situation to perfection
for me, you know.
Possessed?
You know, like she's channeling the voices.
She Channeling the 70s, 60s,
I don't
70s.
think this is the route for you, sweetheart. I think you'll either end up as a country vet and be quite normal, or you might end up in a band. But this competition, I don't think is right for you.
What a shocker, yes.
Really?
I'll see her as the next pop star that the world's going to embrace. What a shocker.
A 60s or 70s cover band like that.
Yeah, and who gets all the gigs at clubs these days? 80s cover bands.
Right.
Who gets all the notoriety on the flyers that you see passed around everywhere? 80s cover bands. She'd probably do better as a regular lead singer of an 80s cover band than she will try to be like one of the... I mean, the realistic hope is that you're one of the runners-up of American Idol.
Right.
Even if you're the winner, it doesn't guarantee anything. Ask Taylor Hick about that.
Yeah, or even Jordan Sparks. She's not doing super.
80s cover bands are getting paid.
I don't know what to say. I would love to be able to sing for a band and try. It's an honor to be able to get in front of you guys. I've never really been able to work with professional people. I was a bit scared.
Ready, yes or no?
No, not good enough for the show, but I like the kind of 60s cover band. To a Jefferson Airplane cover band.
Pull up.
I'm going to have to pass.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
I'm
talent.
sorry I couldn't do it.
But you're talented. You're very talented.
Peace, love, and chicken grease, man.
He's getting more annoying by the day, Terry.
I think it's actually love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah, if he really was going to put them in the order that he has strong feelings for, chicken grease would come first, Terry, I'm sure.
Doesn't
and
really
then
rhyme
a
the way
little
he said
peace, and then a little love. But the same would apply for all of us.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, here's where she has her preconceived meltdown, Terry.
Yeah.
I'm sure she only rehearsed this a couple of hundred times in front of a full-length mirror.
Simon didn't like me, but he's a big, fat, bad word. Very, very bad words. God, what an egotistical... You know what? I'm on camera. He's a...
Who played the baddie in Spider-Man 1, the Green Goblin?
The Green Goblin.
Willem Dafoe. Yes. Yes.
William
that's him.
Dafoe.
How dare he? How dare a person mock someone like that? How dare he look at me so snug like, yeah, I'm hot. Excuse me, you, sir, suck. Sorry. I thank you. I will leave with my dignity. Why do I feel like giving the camera the finger? Why do I feel like giving the camera the finger?
Oh, geez, he gave the camera the finger, Terry.
Yeah, that feeling just
a
overwhelmed me.
little too pro wrestling-ish for me last night. Seemed a little forced.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a tad.
But they turn out by the millions.
I know.
Shocking.
Jerome cried during Boys in the Hood, Terry.
Oh,
that is pretty sad at the end.
I'm trying to figure out where you cry in these movies. I've seen Boys in the Hood only about 150 times.
Ricky gets shot. Sad every time.
I don't cry when Ricky gets shot. I want who was Ice Cube play? What was his character's part again? I want Doughboy to get even, just like he did. When they're in the car looking for those dudes, I'm like, find them already, come on! Sitting there at the Burgermaster, wherever they are.
Ricky was going to be a big star at SC.
Yeah, he was.
He was going to be a big star.
Just a victim of the
I
hood.
saw his demo tape.
Oh, yeah, we all saw it. He looked amazing.
Yes. That's where you're crying when they put him on the plastic part of the couch there?
Probably, yeah. When Ricky dies, that's sad.
And they throw him on the plastic covering of the couch. You're sitting there going, oh, Ricky!
Yep.
Really? Interesting.
Cuba has his meltdown.
Yes.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
And Dad's sitting there twirling the silver balls.
Yeah, that's right. Furious.
Furious.
What a great name. Furious Style.
Wow, you think that's only the kind of name you'd find in movies?
Right.
Furious Styles, yeah, sitting there twirling the silver balls, wondering where his son is, if he's up to no good, if all the efforts he put into raising him have all been wasted.
Right.
But, as Mr. Miyagi said, he had good root, Terry. And when it came down to making... That was Karate Kid 3. You probably didn't see it. I cried all the way through.
Karate Kid 3?
That's right.
Wow.
I cried at how bad an actor Ralph Macchio had become.
Oh, yeah.
After with every Karate Kid that happened, he became a worse actor all the way through.
What was part 3 about?
That's where John Kreese, sensei of Cobra Kai Dojo,
with him. Yes.
Gets his revenge.
Oh wow, that's not in Okinawa, is it?
No, that's 2.
No, number 2 was that's what I thought were they.
That's where Peter Cetera is your.
He is the man.
Theme song singer.
People fight for my honor. That's
what happened to my emails?
I got my first case of Asianitis in that movie, I think.
Liked her, huh?
Yeah, she was cute.
She was serious Asian.
Serious Asian.
I mean, there's Asian.
I like the Asians that aren't serious.
Serious Asian.
Do not be serious.
I mean, there's half Asian. There's Filipino, like a falsified Asian, like Terry Free is.
Wow.
And then there's serious Asian. She was hardcore serious Asian. That was your first Asian.
Yep. I like to cut my teeth on authenticity. When I go hard.
You go hard.
That's right.
For your first true crush on an Asian woman, that's serious Asian.
She would have loved me in my Jetson shorts and Gotcha t-shirt.
Well,
sitting there in the theater alone.
Gotta compete against me with my jams. And my Ray-Bans, I'm good to go.
The T-Man Show.
Here's the surprise of the morning, Terrence. Not that this is going to blow you away or anything, but you know how yesterday you were telling us that everyone in the media has been saying that American Idol's ratings will be huge because of the writer's strike and people don't have other things to watch, blah, blah, blah. It is more popular than ever. And I've been telling you, well, I think kind of people are getting worn out on this show. It's only a matter of time before the ratings start slipping. Well, that's exactly what it did, according to the study, this story that just came out in the past 15 minutes. American Idol ratings were not nearly as high as they anticipated, and not even as high as last year's initial 2-hour episode that began it all for season number 6. It was down 2 shares from last season. And people don't even have anything else to watch. It was up against One Tree Hill last night.
Oh my
gosh. They added a new tree. So that was big last night.
Well, I think that caught everyone off guard because everyone went to watch the new tree on One Tree Hill.
They should have plugged it a little more.
And that got a 2 share.
High school problems are really important.
And American Idol was down 2 full shares.
Jeez.
From its premiere episode to 2-hour premiere from January 17th, 2007, which has taken everyone by surprise, except me. People are worn out on seeing. You see, it used to be in the first 2 seasons of American Idol, everyone wanted to get to Hollywood. Everyone wanted to be discovered. Everyone truly wanted to be the next American Idol. Now everyone just wants to get on TV.
Right.
And it's become a show that is now a caricature of its own damn self.
And plus, didn't it kind of get a bad rap for being really mean to people last year? So maybe they're trying to... maybe people are saying, I don't want to watch all the meanness.
I think people like the meanness. I don't think that's
that was a little overboard last year, I thought.
I think people aren't just buying into the whole thing anymore. They know people are just trying hard to have their moment, and that's not what if you're really into the first episode, you're into the people that really think that they're good, and then told that they're not.
Right.
We love that as Americans.
Right. That's telling someone they suck is different than calling someone a bush baby.
Simon actually had a moment
that's pretty cruel.
Last night where he said, you know what I find about Americans? They genuinely root for each other. And he's wrong. They don't. We just fake it.
Yeah.
That's not true. If he really felt that, he's off. No one wants anyone to do better than they're doing their own damn self. It's general human nature, whether you're British or American or wherever the hell you are. But the ratings were down, and
I was secretly applauding that.
I'm kind of feeling like it's overdue.
Yeah.
People are finally coming around to the fact that, all right, enough's enough already. I've seen it 1,000,000 times. Give me something new.
Yep.
Or I'm going to boysfood.com.
You're doing that anyway.
Yeah, even if it was the greatest thing in the world, I'm going to Boys Food, too.
I know.
And for those who think I plug Boys Food a lot, I have no affiliation with the website whatsoever. I just am a very big fan. That's it. All right?
We understand.
Yes. That's all it stems from.
Right.
What else is going on? We never really answered the email of the day, if this in fact was the email of the day, Terry, if we truly gave her a understanding as to what her next move should be. Should she break up with the guy who she turned to her right and he was crying there in the middle of the movie Juno? Or
I think she should appreciate the fact that he has a sensitive side.
And then while we're at it, I got another email of a a girl who had a threesome with her boyfriend. She was paying him back because she felt he was owed this threesome.
Oh, all right.
Because he gave her the threesome she wanted with another woman.
Okay. And he wanted a...
Wait a minute. No, wait. I guess she was getting paid back. Let me see. Oh, yeah. He was returning the favor. That's right.
Oh.
She gave him the threesome that he requested, 2 girls and him, and the agreement was that somewhere down the road he would repay her and have a 2-guy on her experience.
Wow.
But she got more than she bargained for because she was a little bit taken back why she expected all the focus, 100% of the focus to be on her.
Right.
And she noticed that the guys were kind of getting a little too bi for her.
Oh, wow.
And she's wondering...
So the boyfriend had a little fun with the fellas.
Yeah, well, not just...
The fella.
The fella, yeah. She's wondering if she's being hypocritical because when they had the threesome with the girl, she was doing a lot of sexual things with her, and she didn't see anything out of the ordinary or out of anything that would be considered heterosexually normal based on that. But now she's wondering if she's overstepping how grossed out she was by the thoughts that her boyfriend may be a little too much into the guys. When she doesn't consider herself a girl into girls, and yet she was all over the girl in her threesome.
Right.
But it's not the same. I'm sorry.
Well.
In a threesome, 2 girls on a guy, if the girls go at it, that's perfectly understandable.
But isn't that because it's more socially acceptable as opposed to...
Whatever it is, 2 guys going at it is just simply a guy that must have some serious homosexual tendencies. And if that's what he's into, wonderful. But he better tell her where he's at and where she's at. More specifically, where he's at. I think she found out firsthand, and she doesn't really need an explanation. Her gut is now very much telling her, and she's very clear on the fact that he's got some interest that he hasn't expressed in front of her.
Right.
That only came out in the throes of man-on-man passion.
Well, at least now she knows where he stands and can make a decision as to whether or not she wants to stay.
Imagine how she must have been feeling. She's having the threesome that she has been owed for a number of months, and all of a sudden she's like, hello, boys, I'm over here. Can you leave us alone for a little bit? Oh, you're so hot. Wow.
I wonder if he was, like, pretty shocked himself as the guy.
Maybe
he was like, whoa, what?
I didn't know it could feel this good on my prostate.
Right.
Jeez. Who knows what the hell went on there?
Seriously. He's probably thinking he's just going to put all the focus on her, and then all of a sudden...
Let me read a little bit of her letter verbatim here. He verbated him. Yeah. I feel really weird that my boyfriend has a strong bisexual side, or more plainly said, he may secretly be gay, but am I being hypocritical because I did things with the girl in our first threesome? What is your take on this? T-Man. I see it as totally different. I am with you, letter writer, and your instincts on this, that it is not the same, even though it should be the same, perhaps. The rules are not the same. They are not distributed equally.
Right.
The girl-on-girl moments in a threesome where it's 2 girls and 1 guy is a different kind of mindset than guy-on-guy action in a 2-guy-on-1-girl threesome. And that's just the way it is. I don't care if that's the way the mores and the taboos of our society have played itself. No. Right. It goes deeper than that, Terry. Deeper.
Yeah, you don't know. Mm-hmm. He's wide open for anything.
I mean, there's something to that our culture is made it such that some things are acceptable and some things aren't, but it goes deeper than that, Terry.
Okay.
She has to understand that her boyfriend, when 2 girls go at it, it can just be a social little experimental kind of thing. 2 guys going at it goes a little deeper than just, I just want to experiment, and this will be the only time I dabble in this world.
So you don't think guys like to experiment?
I don't think guys experiment for a night.
Oh, my gosh, what is this thing? I've never seen one of these. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Man. I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I've sort of thought about it a little bit.
That's not surprising.
There isn't that experimental grace period for the night that... It's not about culture, it's just about the way it is.
Oh, all right.
All right?
Okay.
Now, again, if this guy's interested in men, he should be And maybe he just became aware of it. He should be very forthcoming with that now. I didn't know it could be like this. I really liked you, but Don over here just does way too much for me.
But what if it's not that? What if it's like...
not AWN? Okay.
But what if it is the actual, wow, I like the guy, but I also like the girl. This is, I am truly bi. I can enjoy both.
If he's bi, that's something she wasn't aware of. She was taken back by the fact that he was bi. You see all these pornos, one girl taking care of two schlongs in an oral momentary. It's a nice little scene every time I see it.
Don't see it, but yeah.
And yeah, for me, the guys, even just in that moment, are a little too close for my comfort.
Right.
I don't need my sword staring at somebody else's guy, but... And those guys aren't going at it as she's kind of portraying her situation as being. I mean, these guys, according to her letter, were doing more than you see when you watch any porn clip that you can see now on any site out there. Boys Food is my favorite. No affiliation.
There's definitely a line that can be crossed, though.
Right.
That.
These guys were, into each other. And there was that, hello! This is not the way I had envisioned.
Right.
If you guys ever come around to me, I'll be sitting over here eating a sandwich. That's what happened there.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
But that's kind of an interesting little letter there.
Well, I guess the plus two, the way she put it, you never really thought about her, and most people, like you say, never think it's a hypocritical thing. Look at it as such.
It's both. It is a hypocritical thing. But it's also something that she has to acknowledge is a different scenario. It's different when two guys go at it than when two girls go at it. It means a lot more. It's a lot more casual when two girls go at it than when two guys go at it. That's just the way it is.
Okay.
And it goes deeper, even though I acknowledge that society has something to do with that. You're almost to the... Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Wow. I don't want to know what he's almost to.
Oh, man.
Can't be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad we could at least give her our impression on that.
All right.
And our impression, or at least mine, is exactly what her gut was telling her. That it was too big for these guys to even be into her. No, that's not what her gut was telling her. Her gut was telling her that there's something her boyfriend has going on that he has not...
discovered himself until now.
Well, he is not audible, he is not vocalized, but he's certainly displayed it in front of her, yes.
Right.
Not like she needs to sit down at this point. She knows what's going on now.
If you and your buddy are partaking with a willing woman, and then he tries to bend you over, that's not really what you had in mind, right? You should probably discuss that before.
And she doesn't make clear.
By the way, while I'm doing her, don't bend me over.
She doesn't make clear that the one guy bent over the other guy.
Right. Well, whatever.
She doesn't say. She just said they were doing things to each other, and they were not concentrating on her the way she expected it to go.
Okay.
They were doing stuff to each other, she writes. My boyfriend was doing stuff with the other guy. She doesn't describe what stuff is.
Well, it should have been discussed nonetheless. All right, dude. So
I wonder. I mean, there's only so many things that stuff can be. If two guys are not really acknowledging her and they're doing stuff to each other, stuff is stuff.
Right, exactly. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, whether you're having a sword fight or you're full-blown relations.
It's not like you're like, oh, it's just that stuff. It's not like it'd be like that.
Exactly. It's okay.
I thought it was the other stuff. Any stuff is stuff.
I agree.
Even if he touches you on the cheek on accident.
Wow. He's brushing his hair back. Oh, I like the way your forehead reflects in the moonlight. No.
Perfect pics.
What if the guy just kind of gave him a look and he was like,
they were doing stuff to each other.
All of a sudden was like, wow, I like that look that he's giving me.
Michael has some thoughts on this in Oregon. Yes, Michael.
Yeah, T-Man, I think that no matter what, if it's a guy on guy, girl on girl, I think gay is gay.
You think gay is gay. So you're disagreeing with my interpretation that two girls going at it is a lot more casual and more of just a social kind of get-together than the significance of two guys going at it in a threesome.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean,
well, you are disagreeing because that's what you said. You said it's the same. There's no difference between two girls going at it in that scenario and two guys going at it. So which?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think that it's hot and attractive to see two girls, but I still think that it's the same thing. It's still just as gay, you know, no matter what.
So you want to say gay is gay,
right?
But, and I'm saying that I don't know if gay is gay. I think two girls going at it doesn't equal gayness.
That's
because it's a turn on to you.
No,
though.
It's not a turn on to me. I've never been turned on by lesbian scenes in.
I understand, but I mean,
any movie that I've watched, I need a man.
Well, let's not have a
wow. I like man on woman sex.
Right.
That's what does it for me.
Put that in the Christmas newsletter.
So when you get when I see a movie that clearly describes, and when they on the back of the DVD that it's going to be all girls going at it for the whole hour and 10 minutes, because that's all the pornos are, I'm throwing that back on the shelf. Not that I've been to any stores lately where I'm putting things on and taking things on and off the shelf. But
price check on Anal Island 4? That doesn't usually happen.
No, I'll try tail gunners. There you go.
That's wrong.
Yeah, Michael, so I'm not agreeing with you, but I'm not sure you're committed to what your stance is on this yet. I know you love saying gay is gay because that sounds all well and good, but you're kind of still riding the fence here, Michael. Michael?
Yeah. I guess.
You clearly see a difference between two guys going at it in a threesome like happened to the letter writer, and the same girl when she was having a threesome with another girl and her boyfriend, them going at it is not as significant, right or wrong?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I'm just saying
you're easily coerced.
Yeah.
As far as the gay thing goes and whatever, I still think that it's the same, but like you're right, it is socially more acceptable for two guys.
You can't tell me my daddy was wrong. Gay is gay, T-Man.
Right.
That's basically what he's trying to say.
Yes.
I ain't going to waver on that, T-Man. I agree with your point, but gay is gay.
There's definitely a line to be crossed.
Josh thinks guy on guy is way less casual, and I couldn't be further from the truth. Is that right, or did Pasty write it wrong? Do you want to say guy on guy is way less casual?
He's agreeing.
Oh, way less casual. Yeah, way less casual. Okay, never mind. He agrees with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Josh?
Yes.
I think Josh just fainted.
How's it going?
Oh, how you doing, Josh? So you agree with me?
I just wanted to say that kind of T-Man and Terry are both right in a way. In the letter of the law, a guy on guy is technically the same, but yeah, the social stigma attached with a guy on guy. You see a girl and another girl at a party, they might be drunk, they might just be experimenting, so to speak. You're not going to find two guys just experimenting like you guys already said.
I disagree with you on the law. That is the law. Girl on girl is casual, and until proven otherwise, and that's the law. Two girls kissing each other like happens at every party that you go to these days. Two girls just start tonguing each other out of nowhere because they're drunk and they're being all social. That's very casual. That's a typical party moment.
Right, but if I'm at a Super Bowl party and they score a touchdown, I grab a guy and make out with him. That's a little weird. Woohoo! Yeah, Brett Favre. Oh, sorry, what did I do there? Aren't you excited too? No?
Wait till the extra point goes through those uprights, big boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
But you love to spank each other in the rear on the butt during sporting events.
Well, spanking each other on the rear could be just a playful moment.
A playful moment, but
two guys tonguing over the Brett Favre 30-yard touchdown pass is a little bit more than a casual social moment. All right? And I'm glad the world has evolved in such a way that women can just start tonguing any other woman at the club and no one even looks twice. There's no double takes. There's no what's going on over there. It's just something that you're used to seeing. I'm glad that that's part of the social scene. But if two guys do the same thing, I'll be heading down the street to the club over there, you know?
Now, what if women loved watching two guys do it? Do you think guys would be more open to it? Because that's the only reason women do it, because they know guys love it. What if women loved
Some women do that, yes. Some women will, in the club, start tonguing another woman because they're trying to get attention.
Right.
Yes, I agree with that.
Right.
But not all women. Some women just get drunk and the lesbonic tendencies or curiosities come flying out and they just start tonguing other women.
Well, what if
they don't
women
care who's looking or who's not looking, and then I even notice it.
What if women loved it? Would you do it?
If women loved two guys tonguing? No.
Yeah. You don't think it would change the stigma a bit?
No, I don't think that's ever really going to happen. I don't think women will ever get to the point where they love watching two guys tongue. Maybe 100 years down the road, who knows what the world will look like then.
But it seems like women really love doing it because they know guys get off on it.
Pasty's like, freeze me.
Oh, no.
Dude, that'll be a good day. Finally be who I want to be.
Stop.
No comment. Okay.
Sounds like it. He's not doing much to dispel the myth, really. But
Well, I'm less worried about
he doesn't
him.
like women. You got to figure something out here.
Ariana, you're on the air.
Me? Ariana?
Yes. Is that your name?
Hi. Yes.
Yeah, we have 6 other Arianas waiting, so I don't want you to be confused. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just had a comment about your threesome discussion, and I was wondering if you'd ever heard of the Kinsey scale.
The Kinsey scale?
Yeah.
Sex, isn't that Kinsey, the sex research, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, enlighten us. It actually rings a bell, but I don't know what it is.
Well, anyway, there's this scale that they've come out with in recent years that it's like an X sort of thing, and on one end there's male and one end there's female, and then the perpendicular line goes who you're attracted to, male.
Am I going to need a compass anywhere along the way here?
I think so.
Do I need my protractor?
No,
okay.
you won't.
Okay, go ahead. Continue on then.
So what it is, it's just like 2 perpendicular lines, and the theory is that everybody lies somewhere on both of those lines of how much they identify with male, female personality, and how much they're attracted to male or female.
Back in geometry.
Yeah, what?
I told ya.
So where do we go with this? What are we doing?
Anyway, the theory is that everybody, or at least most people, there are very few people on the extreme ends, meaning that every male is attracted in some way to
So
men.
the theory is everyone has some gayness in them? Is that what you're getting at?
Pretty much.
It's just the level of gayness.
Yes.
Aha.
The theory is that very few people are 100% straight.
All right. Well, nice to meet you. Because here I am. Honestly, if I had any gayness in me, I would acknowledge it. I'm very in tune with who I am, Terry.
Right,
and if I
right,
had any gayness in me, I would act on it.
Yeah, if I had a gay man in me, I'd know.
Oh,
definitely.
Here, Pasty printed me out the Kinsey scale. I think he had it in his shirt pocket. Let's see here.
Dad, I'm only a 2.
Oh, I see. Distinctions. Asexuality, bisexuality, heterosexuality, homosexuality, pansexuality. That's a new one.
Pansexuality.
Para.
Oh, it's when you have sex relations with someone in an Asian country.
A Klein grid, the Kinsey scale.
Might be the Klein grid.
Or the recline grid. Okay, anyway, thanks for enlightening us. We'll do a hard study on this and get back to you.
There you go. Thank you. Just like college.
Yeah.
Perfect. You nailed it.
It's syllabus, day 1. Here
That's
you go.
right.
I'll be doing a lot of this work. Take this class pass fail.
The T-Man Show.
Today is Aaliyah's birthday, Terry.
Wow.
She would have been 29 years of age.
Whoa.
Which, doing some quick math, she died, I guess, when she was like 21, 22 years old. Because she's been no longer with us now for a good 7 years or so.
Yeah, wow.
6, 7 years.
Jeez.
She died like a week before the whole 9/11 tragedy. I remember that, the 9/11 situation.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a week before that.
Man.
And today would have been her birthday.
Wow.
And it's like that song was just yesterday. Maybe it just feels like that to me. Anyway, which means I'm getting old. Okay, let's see. I have Chris, who didn't make it on this morning, who's had threesome with his buddy multiple times. Yeah, if you have one friend that you keep having threesomes with, that's a little cozy now. And
Well, is he comfortable with it, or?
Well, I guess we'll never know, Terry, because I have a feeling he ain't calling back tomorrow. You want me to find out real quick?
Yeah,
Chris, Terry wants to know how comfortable you and this good friend are.
Oh, hey, T.
How are you, sir?
Hello?
You're on the air.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, well, it's not about the comfort level. It's just the point about, hey, man, if you're touching with some other guy, that's just straight gay. Okay? I mean, so
he knows just where I like to be patted.
So, but he doesn't have a problem with him and his buddy doing one girl, right?
Just how much lube is required.
Wow,
Whoa, lots
okay.
No, that's fine. I understand you and her taking down, innocent females who have no idea what's in store for them. I get where you're coming with that, right? Huh? Yeah.
That's crazy, man. There's no reason why 2 men should be touching each other when they taking down a chick. I mean, they should be putting all the energy into the woman.
That's the whole point, and that's what caught her off guard. The letter writer that started this whole conversation, the emailer said she understood it to be the way you're talking about, and she was kind of taken aback and then some when she looked up and realized these two guys were so focused on each other that they really didn't seem to have a true interest in her for good points, good stretches of this threesome.
Yeah,
Real good stretches.
Well, hey, I can understand her situation, you know, and I'm like, you know, tell her that they gay.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy is gay.
There you go. Chris makes it clear through his massive amounts of research and time and effort that he's put into these type of structures that that should never happen. Although, who knows if him and that buddy keep on.
I mean, what are they doing?
This one day, he just may catch him in the right light.
Now, what about a high five? Is that gay?
Yeah, you high-fiving each other going, oh, are you having a conversation?
What about a high fist? Is that gay?
I mean,
how about a high one eye? What about that? How's that? Oh. Anyway,
so,
you have a final story you want to leave us with, Terry?
Sure.
What?
I'll give you one.
What do you got?
I have a nice little story here about a mother and her 2 children who were able to survive a fire thanks to their neighbor and his trampoline.
Oh, I got a trampoline, Terry.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
A big one?
Full-size one in the backyard there, yes. I'm on it all the time.
Oh, fun.
Do all kinds of moves.
Do you?
Well, there's only so many moves you can do on a trampoline.
Flip here, flip there?
Well, I can't do a complete flip.
Oh.
But I can, like, go from jumping to a seated position.
Oh.
Wow.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
You can fall on your butt?
Yeah, it's pretty much what I've been able to master. Thank you so much. I understand that you were blown away with amazement. Pick up on that from across the room here. Wow.
That's good.
Well, it's not really for my entertainment. It's kind of because I have a 3-year-old boy that likes when I hold him and jump as high as possible, Terry, because I have a real, what do they call it in the combines?
Vertical leap?
My vertical leap is, especially with the trampoline's help, my vertical leap is very impressive.
Yeah. Right. If I could bring one of those to the combines, I'd probably get
You might be drafted in the 7th round. You never know.
That'd be great. Let's do it.
So thanks to the trampoline, he dragged his trampoline over and saved these people, or what?
Well, he actually, he had the woman throw the children to him. He caught the kids, but he couldn't catch her.
Right.
So yes, he dragged his trampoline.
Well, jump out here. Forget the trampoline. Be willing to break your leg as opposed to dealing with 3rd-degree burns there, honey.
She survived. Everybody's happy. We're all alive.
She wouldn't have jumped? She would have burned to a crisp if she had to jump without a trampoline there? Big, dumb woman.
Yeah, if your skin's on fire, you might want to forget the whole afraid of heights thing.
Her skin wasn't on fire or anything like that.
Speaking of 911, Terry, speaking of 9/11, these people want to jump out of 90-story towers to get themselves out of a situation where they were a little too uncomfortably hot.
I understand that.
Just shows that if the fire was really coming her way, she wouldn't have needed a trampoline. You shatter your leg to get away from fire.
I understand that.
All right.
Because the neighbor was there. He was helping her already.
Oh, what a hero.
He is a hero.
And then a trampoline comes along. Very nice. Very happy story. I'm glad to get in this show with a happy story, Terry.
Right.
Oh, but she fell through the trampoline and died.
The T-Man Show.